we're healing, we're not healed. John Scott reporting.
The U.S. has now collected 510 reports of unidentified flying objects, many of which are flying in sensitive military airspace. That according to a recently declassified intel report. More on these stories, townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel witch and what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican world radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. Good morning. Sorry, we had a statuation. Good morning, one and all. Welcome to Mornings with Mike Winters. I am he. That would be me, Mike Winters. Happy Friday, everybody.
Ah, yes.
I barely made it, but we made it. I'm getting a cold. That's why I'm sounding a little.
It is so you literally catch everything.
I do. I tell people
it's because of you're married to a teacher. I understand.
I'm pretty much the winter. This is normal for me. I'm pretty much during the entire school year, especially during the winter months. I usually have some cold of some kind. So
you would think by now your immune system's got to be like a tank.
Well,
I mean, it's got to just be destroying stuff on contact,
or just getting beat down, like
Yeah.
I've been, of course, I don't. It's just an annoyance thing, and I get, it happens every year, and I'm going to sound like this, and my head's going to hurt for a little bit, but it'll be all right. It's just, and you got a wife is a teacher, and kids are, we love them, but they're little germ bags.
They just get a little thick all the time, always.
It's just full of germs, and so I get everything. So. Yeah, but happy Friday.
It's always an interesting roulette. I will say that. It's because you'll get the parents' texts.
Yeah.
They'll be like, hey, just as a heads up, I heard, roll the dice. Let's see what this 20-sided die says. Head lice. I heard head lice is going around. It's like, it's you never know what you're going to get.
Oh, I get them all. Ringworm, pink eye.
Yeah.
We've had all the scares.
Pink eye. Pink eye shouldn't be going around. That feels like an isolated
I'm just saying
incident.
over the years we've had, they've had pink eye deals where Kim's caught pink eye, and that's why
Timmy didn't wash his hands on handshake day, so it's going around.
I got a feeling, I don't want to tempt fate here, but I got a feeling I have an immunity to pink eye.
Yeah?
I've never, my wife's gotten it twice, and I've never gotten it. Over the years, I've never had pink eye. Pink eye and poison ivy are two things one time I rolled around in a patch of poison ivy, and I got some welts and stuff for 30 minutes, and then it went away. And that was like a full-on, we were wrestling, and I got into a patch of poison ivy.
See, if I wash my clothes in the wrong detergent, I get welts that last all day.
Yeah.
What's it like being you, Leatherface?
Well, conversely, I mean, I get poison ivy or pink eye, but if you sneeze on me, I'm getting a cold.
You sneeze anywhere in the same room as me. That's
I'm going to get a cold.
That's understandable.
So But, so it's just, this is my life. So such is life. Happy Friday. You know what'll make me feel better? McDonald's. I'll get me a tasty biscuit sandwich or something.
Yes, indeed.
And that's gonna make me feel just right. That's why we were laughing, because Sean was wearing his coffee / biscuit sandwich on his upper lip. He was Tom Selleck in his sandwich.
It's very hard consuming when you have a mustache, especially creamy things. Mm-hmm. Eating ice cream is a whole endeavor.
When I was making my beard longer to play Santa last year. Yeah. Technically it was last year. It was a month ago, but yeah. I was noticing, because I let my beard grow out longer than I've ever let it grow out to a point where it was actually like a man beard. Like I normally keep like it's a little long now, but usually it's
relatively trim.
Yeah. It's way more than a 5 o'clock, but it's certainly not weighty. But anyway, I noticed things collecting. By the way, you got more coffee. Things just collect in there.
That's for the video audience. Give them something a little extra. Give them something they can feel.
And I would notice, like later on, like hairs would be caked in like some kind of sauce or some kind of, you know what I mean? Like, I had a chicken wing with a bunch of barbecue sauce on it. Next thing you know, I got like barbecue sauce encrusted whiskers.
It's the most savage moment of my life, but I'll be sitting on my couch 30 minutes after a meal and be like, a crust of barbecue sauce in here.
Yeah. So I noticed that a lot more as my beard was growing out, lesson learned for me. If I ever grow my beard out again, that's going to be a pitfall that every meal you might be wearing it on your face.
It's true. It's true. Honestly, I'm just due for a trim. I've just been real lazy this week.
You know what's really rough is ice cream cones.
Oh my God!
I figured that out. I was
God.
like, oh man,
no, it's Ed. You can't do it. You just can't do it.
not without looking like you just.
Which, okay, let me go ahead and give you the pro move, because this is how I've always done it. When you order your soft serve from McDonald's, it's the best of both worlds. You go cone, flipped over into a cup.
There you go.
You get your cone. You can actually even swoop off the cone and then have little dollops of ice cream. And what I do is I'll have the cone and I'll eat it with a spoon, and then I'll eat the cone, and then just deal with the mustache situation later.
That is my Golden Corral move. You want to take this for a minute? Just bring it back.
The cone in the cup?
Yeah, that's my move at Golden Corral. I'll get and I don't mess with the little bowls that they provide you by the ice cream. I go down to the soup section.
Oh, okay.
Give me the soup bowl.
Your bowl has a handle.
That's right. Give me a soup bowl.
You get a bowl that looks like that baseball cap they serve at the baseball park.
Yeah, I don't mess with that little tiny bowl they put some peas in. No. I want a full-on bowl. So I get me the soup bowl. Sometimes I'll grab a soup spoon too, because it's wider.
That's right.
And then I'll go and I'll pour my soft serve and then coner on the top. Yeah. I used to put hot sauce in there, but that hot sauce hasn't been there for a while. So
hot sauce on your ice cream?
Yeah.
What now?
Hot fudge.
Oh.
Hot sauce, sorry. Fudge.
No, yeah, that's fine.
That's what I meant. Not hot fudge, not like Pete's.
What are you, like Tapatio?
Yeah, not Texas Pete's or no, Frank.
Do you guys have Cholula?
No, I'm sorry. Hot fudge. I'm sorry. They haven't had the hot fudge available.
Well, yeah. But I'm sorry. My mind's just still on hot sauce. I'm like, what ungodly thing are you unearthing? But
you ain't had ice cream till you had it with Tabasco.
Little Tabasco. Let me tell you what. Nothing sets off the flavor of some chocolate ice cream like some Texas Pete's. But the pro move is, if you're going to do it with a spoon, you take the spoon and you flip it upside down.
Oh, to keep it from getting your hair.
That's exactly how you do it.
Nice.
And you also get instant tongue exposure. So you're getting
that's all the flavor.
Exactly. This right here, people know this right here. It's flavor country.
That's Flavor Town. Speaking of that made me. Something just triggered in my head, and I got to tell this story real quick because it made me giggle. This, and so I was watching on Twitter a TikTok video. Because people share things, and I don't have TikTok, but it was this lady, and I will tell you this: the lady was in a Karen mode. How can I say this without sounding really just shallow? There was a lot of sweatpants and a lot of acreage. Oh. And this woman was just backwoods trash, okay?
Okay.
Is that PC enough? I don't know. She's just trash, okay? You just tell her. And this lady's hollering at, I'm going to assume her husband, a male of some kind. The husband / male was cooking chicken.
Okay.
And he only used or I'm sorry, he was cooking it was some kind of meat, and he only used salt and pepper and something else to season the meat. And she was like, "What do you mean you only put salt and pepper on here?" She was yelling at him, like, "Why didn't you put some flavor?" She goes, and then this is the part that made me laugh. And she didn't say this ironically. She said it like she was mad. "I want to go to Flavortown, and you can't take me to Flavortown." I lost it when she started saying she just wanted to go to Flavortown, and all he's doing is putting salt and pepper on the beef for steak.
You can't get to Flavortown with just a little S&P.
And she was just all kinds of trailer trash. It was just funny. "I want to go to Flavortown. You won't take me to Flavortown."
What's funny is I actually have a roadmap to Flavortown.
Do you?
I do. Smoked paprika, white pepper, cumin. Right there. If anybody who's watched Dora the Explorer knows, it only takes 3 things to get to the end. 3 things? Flavortown.
That's Flavortown.
Anything you're eating. Ice cream, collard greens, whatever.
It was on a delicious marinade. It's great.
I could have taken that lady to Flavortown. Could have been Flavortown population, me and her.
She was just so mad she didn't go have Flavortown that night.
He looks at her and says, "Oh, we're going there." Spritz, spritz.
I want to go to Flavortown. I never go to Flavortown. Oh, well, anyway.
I like how the unironicness of it all is.
Yeah, that's the part. If it was like the joke, but she legit wanted to go to Flavortown. She couldn't go. So, well, happy Friday. Let me give you the rundown. Go to McDonald's, Flavortown.
That's where
Flavortown is. I don't know if is Flavortown copyrighted. I don't know. I hope not. Sorry, guy.
Come at me, guy.
Guy Lafleur.
I'm not your buddy, guy.
Let's see. Let me give you the rundown here.
No, yes.
Oh, I thought you put it in your pocket. No, pocket sausage. We're going to play our interview. We had the Communal Theater. They got the immersive dinner tomorrow. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, next weekend is opening weekend for 4 Old Broads.
Yep.
Going abroad on a boat. But anyway, I'm on a boat. Anyway, so that we're going to play that interview, talking about the event. Sheriff Mike Harrington scheduled to join us in the 8 o'clock hour. I sent the my usual Thursday reminder text. Mm-hmm. I did not get a response back, so hopefully he'll make it. Usually I get I'll be there or something, but maybe yesterday was a busy day. So hopefully Sheriff will join us. Mm-hmm. If not, I'll pull an interview out of somewhere. Yeah.
I believe
I keep them.
I believe he's coming in through Thomas. So,
allegedly.
Because he's got things to record. So.
Allegedly. But we'll see.
Yeah, see what happens.
And then
our oh-so-reliable sales department,
Right, that's what I'm saying. They don't always take me to Flavortown.
No. Rarely, if ever, am I taken to Flavortown from the sales department.
They'll take me to Flavortown. And then finally, the 9 o'clock hour, earlier in the week, we had Joan Bouet. She's the newly named president of the Chaves County Federated Republic of Women. She joined us for their monthly conversation, so we're going to play that for you here around 9:15 or so.
You know what the big problem with Flavortown is? You got to actually go through Marlboro country to get there. And at that point, you get the emphysema. It's just a hassle.
That's right. But see, if you do it the other way, that's what you're supposed to. Go through Flavortown, then Marlboro country.
Then Marlboro country.
That's how. Back from the smoking days, that's how it worked.
Yeah, you want to smoke afterwards.
That's right. After Flavortown, you need to unwind with a good Marlboro.
Nothing beats after Flavortown. Nothing beats a good trip to Marlboro country.
Back in the day, your doctor would recommend it. But anyway, it is 18 minutes after 7 o'clock. Let's go ahead and get you up to date on the weather. Hopefully, my weather's working. I had to go Weather Channel because National Weather Service wasn't working, but I'll double check it here in just a second. But here's Steve.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We don't have any rain coming up for a while, with a big area of high pressure parked over the Four Corners and northeastern Arizona and also central New Mexico, so things look good for the weekend. Low 60s and sunshine today, down to about 30 and a few clouds for the overnight hours. A mix of sun and clouds and low 70s for the afternoon high on Saturday. More clouds on Sunday, but still mild, mid-60s. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 28 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 69%. Winds out of the north at 3 miles per hour. 64 our high today under sunny skies. Winds will be out of the south, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly clear. Looking at an overnight low of 31 degrees. South winds at around 5 miles per hour. Saturday, in the 70s tomorrow. Mostly sunny, 71 for a high. Winds out of the west, 5 to 10 in the morning. Shifting to the south, picking up 10 to 15 for the afternoon, but not too shabby. Tomorrow night, mostly cloudy with an overnight low of 41 degrees and southwest winds at around 10. Sunday, a little breezy, but temps pretty okay. Partly cloudy, 67 for a high. Winds will be breezy out of the southwest, 15 to 20. Later in the day, those winds increasing 20 to 25, gusting as high as 35 miles per hour. Sunday night, mostly cloudy, overnight low of 40 and breezy. And then for Martin Luther King Jr. Day, Monday, partly cloudy, 64, the high there. Hey, of course, kids, schools will be closed on Monday for the Martin Luther King Jr. holiday. Eastern New Mexico University Roswell would like to invite everyone out Monday for their MLK Day celebration. It's going to take place from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. There on the ENMUR campus in the ITC Commons, which is there on the south end of town. All are invited and welcomed. It's not just for students. It's for everybody in the community. Community-wide event, again, celebrating MLK Day this Monday, the 16th, at ENMUR in the ITC Commons, beginning at 10 a.m. It is 21 minutes after 7 o'clock. Let's go ahead and take a quick commercial break, and then on the other side, we're going to play our interview with the folks in the Roswell Community Theater. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Here to help you breathe easy. That's what you can expect from Artesia General Hospital's cardiopulmonary and respiratory therapy team, both literally and figuratively. From innovative treatments for lung cancer and COVID-19 to management for everyday breathing problems like asthma and bronchitis, our care for acute and chronic conditions is unmatched in Southeast New Mexico, and the compassion of our caregivers offers peace of mind with each visit. Get the help you need for chronic respiratory conditions. Call 575-748-3333 or visit artesiageneral.com/respiratory.
Pressure Services LLC in Artesia has immediate openings for experienced vacuum truck, kill truck, and hydrovac operators. Operators must hold a Class A CDL or Class D CDL, at least 2 years of experience, and be at least 25 years of age. All positions require a clean driving record and must be able to pass a DOT drug and alcohol screen. Pressure Services offers great pay with IRA benefits and employer contributions toward health benefits. Please apply in person at 402 West Main in Artesia, inside the Aid Safety Facility. Equal Opportunity Employer. For over 40 years, Sierra Blanca Motors here in Roswell have been providing locals with quality vehicles and are committed to providing you quality vehicles and service for many years to come. No sales gimmicks, no inflated pricing, just a quality pre-owned vehicle listed at retail pricing or less. Have a used vehicle to sell? Get top trade-in value or an amazing cash offer today. Let Danny or Jose provide you a great car buying experience. Call 575-622-7907 or stop by Sierra Blanca Motors at 720 South Main Street in Roswell. Se habla español.
Hey, you probably know that health insurance can help to maintain and even improve your health and your family's health. But did you know it can also benefit the health of your finances? If you or a family member have an unexpected medical issue, and if you don't have health insurance, it could cost you thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars. If you have health insurance, that same medical issue could only cost a fraction of that. And now, health insurance is more affordable than ever. So let the friendly and knowledgeable team at BeWellNM guide you through the process. Visit BeWellNM.com today.
This is Dallas Cowboys football 2022.
Snap back to Prescott. He's got a lot of time.
Only heard here.
Deep down the right side. Oh, it's caught at the 45, 40, Pollard.
All season.
20, 10, Pollard. Good night, nurse.
Monday night, it's your Cowboys and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Live from Raymond James Stadium.
On this Dallas Cowboys radio network station.
Pre-game at 5, kickoff at 6 on 92.9, The Brand.
You can't hunt camels in Arizona, but you can buy them. They go for about $10 a pack. Here's Mike Winters.
There's both, if you're wondering. Good morning. It is 35 minutes after 7 o'clock. And joining us in studio this morning from the Roswell Community Little Theater, Dan Coleman back with us. Morning, Dan.
Good morning, Mike. Good to see you.
Good seeing you. How's life at the theater this morning?
Life at the theater is very exciting, very exciting. You know, last year we had the 4 Old Broads, right?
We did. One of, I would argue, probably one of the more popular performances of 2021.
It's probably
2022. Yeah. What year are we in now?
Yeah,
last year.
Precisely. Yeah. I really think it was one of the more popular plays in the last several years.
Yeah.
At least that's what the attendance numbers showed.
Sure. Well, so you convinced some old broads to come back, I think.
We did. The at the end of the first 4 Old Broads, the Broads and Sam.
Come on.
Oh Lord, here they are.
Speak of the devil.
Will you get in here?
Speak of the devil.
We are gonna miss the boat. Hey, it wasn't my fault. Oh, Mike, I just want to tell you, Edie.
Welcome back, ladies.
Well, thank you. Edie sends her regrets. She just didn't want to be a part of the sin and debauchery this morning. She's downstairs praying for her soul.
Good. We all need that, to be honest.
Absolutely.
Thank God somebody is.
Where's Imogene?
Oh, she's in the bathroom. She's got the bladder the size of a pea.
Oh, my Lord. I told her to wear some bladder pants. But hey, I told you to leave that crown and sash in the car, Missy.
Hey, I'm a real beauty queen, and I wanted everybody in the radio to know.
Well, you do have a face for radio. Prude.
Oh, no.
By the way, while she's in the bathroom, I recommend I spent some time in there myself, So when you go sit on the stalls there, look at the wall. Sometimes there's these little stains on the walls. Ooh. And if you pretend, they're like different shapes. Like there's one that looks like a rabbit like jumping over a campfire. Yeah, it's kind of like at least that's the debate we've had about it.
There you go.
You do you. So what you guys are going on an adventure, right?
We are.
The old broads.
Oh yeah.
You guys are
Sassy Seniors crew.
leaving the home for a little bit.
9 days of fun in the sun, right?
Fun in the sun.
Well, some of us will be in the sun.
Well, I do have my first pick of all the eligible men on this boat. I'm telling you, ladies.
We'll see about that.
It's a lot of bars on a boat.
Yes, there are.
She'll be the one dancing on it.
That's right. Well, if you were paying attention when you last left the ladies here last year, they decided they were going on vacation. So now we follow the 4
finally
Old Broads.
convinced Edie to book a cruise, and we are going.
That's right. They loaded up in Edie's Lincoln and left Petula, Georgia, headed to Florida to get on board the Atlantic Star.
Nice.
But we let Beatrice drive because Edie drives like an old lady.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we'd be stopping too many times. We already do that anyway.
We already do that already.
Well,
Irma and her small bladder.
Lot of bathrooms to visit from here between Florida and
on the way.
Oh, I haven't been to a Stuckey's in so long. Man, that's good times.
Maud likes her pecan log.
Yeah.
Whoa, who doesn't? It's a gift that keeps on giving.
I'm just hoping to find a date before the captain's dinner.
Oh, yes.
Well, if you have work right, you can have several.
She probably
it's
will.
a captive
This is
audience.
true.
Just saying, they're on
That's
the boat
right.
and they can't go nowhere.
Well, they could jump overboard.
They could.
That's right.
But they got to be pretty desperate.
She's looking for one that still has his teeth.
Oh,
And can drive at night.
Oh,
Nice.
yes.
There
That's a
you go.
plus. Yes.
that's kind of a unicorn. I got to be careful.
Hey, a girl can dream.
Irma did find Sam, so
Yes.
anything's possible.
So is there a lot of puddings and things on this cruise, or to get to eat steak and things, or is it?
Well, there's a lot of drinking.
A lot of drink.
At the captain's dinner, we're going to have Mediterranean food catered by Sarah's.
Nice.
This Saturday, the
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
14th.
The immersive dinner.
I love, and by the way, I just had dinner there over the weekend.
It's great,
or lunch,
isn't
actually.
it?
It was technically lunch, but second time. And so now I got to try things I didn't try the first time. Because so come out and try Greek food. Yes,
Absolutely.
The immersive dinner. If you've never been a part of that,
Yeah.
it's always fun to go to the shows and everything. But the immersive dinner is kind of the next level. The layers. If you love if you were all in on the first story and love the characters and everything, the immersive dinner is that other level. So you rather than you just sitting there watching the show, now you get to kind of be a part of this.
That's right. You're on stage, surrounded by the characters,
and you can be part of my passion.
Not really.
Now
that's our B.
Now, for those that have motion sickness issues, will the stage be stable enough?
It will be.
I know when a boat gets a little.
The stage is stable. I'm not so sure about her.
Gives a whole new meaning to break a leg.
Yeah, I just didn't know if you have to be careful with the soup if it's going to be going one way or the other.
No, definitely. The stage is more stable than the characters. It's true.
Good deal. But yes, the all immersive. Now, what's the date on the dinner?
So January 14th, this Saturday,
which
the
is
immersive dinner.
Actually, a week before
the opening.
The actual opening performance.
So here's the beauty: when you buy one of these immersive dinner tickets, you get to come enjoy the food on the stage, surrounded by the characters. You also then get one free admission with that ticket to any one of the 6 shows.
Nice.
So we're doing something different this time by having the immersive dinner the weekend before.
So it's a prequel.
Everybody has 6 opportunities then to use their ticket to get into a show.
So in theory, you're getting them before they get on the boat.
That's right.
Yes.
Where there's best chance of being sober.
The best chance, yeah.
Well, you don't know what I keep in my little bag of tricks.
Do we need to rethink your driving?
They're driving whiskey.
It helps me see straight.
That's right. So since they're on a Caribbean cruise, Sarah's Mediterranean is the one that's catering that dinner.
Nice.
We've got chicken and beef kebabs. We've got their supreme rice, Mediterranean vegetables.
Falafel.
Falafel and hummus.
Hummus, pita.
I do love a good hummus.
If you can somehow procure, because if you're going to get the hummus, see if you can get even if a bowl of the baba ganoush.
Okay, yeah.
It's if you like hummus, it's hummus, but instead of chickpea, they use eggplant.
Nice.
So it's a little bit sweeter than hummus. And with that warm pita bread that they give you,
that's the ticket right there. Huh?
Put it this way: get enough in your system, then you're gonna have to drink a lot more. But you're gonna want to load up on that pita.
Well, I did get the alcohol
more
package
alcohol
on the cruise.
That pita sucks up alcohol really good.
Yeah, that's right. You can drink more.
But yeah, their food is amazing. So if you haven't tried it before, use this as an opportunity because now you get to try their delicious food and come out and support the communal theater as well.
That's right.
And you get to see me.
There you go.
Yes, we get to see a lot of you.
Personalized service.
That's right.
I will take very good care of you.
Will you feed them if needed?
Well, if the price is right.
I'm just saying.
We need to tell Edie to say a little extra
prayers
for her.
Hand feeding a chicken kebab to some guest, I think it'd be great.
That's right. Your chicken, don't you?
That's right.
Well, I am that kind of girl.
But I ain't gonna lie, you might just be like, I'm gonna keep it for myself because this is pretty good. But,
I do like that chicken.
But for folks, if you'd like, so you might want to get on the stick here because it is first come first serve on the immersive dinner. Right. There's only so many seats we can have, so many tables will fit on there.
There are. It looks like there's 16 tickets left available.
So a baker's dozen and 3 more. So
there you go.
Please go on to Roswell Community Theater's website. It's roswelltheater.org. Theater spelled like live theater. THEATRE. Not like the way I spell it, the eater. That's how I remember how to spell it. That's how I remember how to spell theater. The eater.
Well, we got to get on the boat. We're going to leave Dan here. Dan can take care of the rest of our business.
All right.
It was so nice.
Good to meet you. We'll see you in a week or 2.
Don't forget Emma. She's in the bathroom.
You missed me in the bathroom.
Don't forget to pack underwear. Just saying. And socks.
Well, we all know Beatrice won't need that.
They won't wear them anyway. Nope. But yeah, it really is a lot of fun. The theater does a lot of great shows and performances, and I highly recommend you check them out. But if you're just looking for a night of goofy fun and just entertainment, that's and at the end of the day, it's good enough where it's family enough where you can have like your teenagers and things, and they get the comedy.
Don't bring the little kids to this one. It is more adult themed.
Yeah, but for a more older, mature.
Lots of fun.
Great. And particularly if you're looking to get away from the kids and saying, you know what, date night. Yeah, date night.
Terrific.
Or hey, we're going to take mom and pop out for a fun evening. Whatever it is, and then I highly recommend sign up for the immersive dinner next week. to get in on that, so you can have an awesome meal, but get kind of also, I imagine, little inside info on the play and some of the details.
Absolutely.
Of the play.
All the people that serve these immersive dinners are characters from the play. They're in character. They're dressed. Some of what they say are little snippets from the play, but a lot of it is improv in character. So it's really quite a cool experience.
Sure. And I imagine for our actors, I know they come in and don't break kayfabe here as they're doing their thing, which is awesome. But it's also a bit training for those folks too, because which if you've never been to their improv nights and things, I highly recommend you check. There should be one coming up here pretty soon.
There is coming up in February. I can't remember the date.
I knew it was in about a month.
But RoswellTheater.com, you can get all the information, right?
Exactly, and you can go and get that there. But it really is that part. And here's the thing too: if you love doing this stuff, talk to them and say, hey, when's auditions? When's thing? I'd love to get more involved in these plays.
Absolutely.
And they got a great group of people. But they're always looking for more folks to be
always looking for more. We've got, I believe it's the week between our broad plays, I think, is when the auditions are for the next play.
Okay.
And then we do have an improv show coming up in February. And we've added another one because it's popular. We're going to have another improv show in March.
Good.
So we're always looking for people. And it's interesting. I saw somebody on Facebook posting about the Adult Center. What do they wish they would offer, right? And someone said, I wish they would offer improv classes because I know the little theater does improv and I'd like to audition, but I want to know what I'm doing. So we're working on coming up with improv classes for people that want to learn. So, the little theater is all about the community.
Absolutely. And so those folks that are at the Adult Center and wanting to do it, come on over. And to be honest, come to the improv nights and watch and learn and volunteer, because let's face it, the people that are doing it, they're learning it too.
Absolutely.
They have day jobs. They have things that they got to do that that doesn't allow them to do improv and act all day. They got to pay the bills.
That's right. And we call on people from the audience sometimes.
Absolutely.
And if you don't want to do it, say no. Otherwise, jump up and be part.
Think of it, if you're not familiar with what we're talking about, if you've ever seen the show Whose Lines It Anyway?
That's right.
With Drew Carey and now Aisha Tyler. It's been for years her. But, Drew back in the early 2000s, 90s, or whenever they started doing that. But if you think of that show, it's that pretty much.
Right.
It's that same style, that in the same vein. Maybe even a few of the skits are the same
games,
style.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, obviously it's going to be different content, but it's funny when you pull out props and do things. I don't care if you're at that level or here,
That's right. It is fun.
And so that's what it's all about. So please come out. But before we do that, come out and check out 4 Old Broads on the High Seas. Now,
that's right.
The immersive dinner is next Thursday.
No, the immersive dinner is Saturday. The 14th.
I'm sorry.
Saturday the 14th. So
1 week,
3 days away.
Yeah. So please, this weekend, get your tickets now. There's 16 tickets left. RoswellTheater.com.
Yep.
Again, spell theater, live theater, Theatre.
That's right.
If you go on Facebook and like and follow the Community Little Theater's Facebook page, one of the top posts is the link to 4 Old Broads on the High Seas.
Yes,
you
sir.
Click that. That'll also take you to where you need to go for that.
Certainly will.
So you can get your immersive tickets for Saturday night or for any of the shows, which will start next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then the weekend
20th.
afterwards. So it'll be Friday and Saturday evenings, 7:30.
7:30, yeah.
And then a 2:30 matinee on Sundays.
That's right.
Not this weekend, but the next 2 weekends after that.
That's right. Absolutely.
And as a pro move, if you have very specific days and times that you're available before the weekends start, is your best bet, because generally speaking, once opening weekend happens, a lot of people see it and then they want to come back the next weekend and bring new friends.
Bring their
things.
friends. Yeah.
So it gets. I'm not saying they'll get you in. They'll get everybody in.
We'll make it work.
But it gets a little bit tighter towards the end of the second weekend when people are just, how we are. We're the land of manana procrastinators.
Exactly.
Like,
we all wait till the last minute.
So it might behoove you, get your tickets. That way you can get tickets for Friday night or...
You can buy your tickets ahead of time, and then you can show up at the last minute because you know your seat's there.
Exactly. Or better yet, get you some tickets to the immersive dinner on Saturday.
Absolutely.
And then you can pick your ticket on whatever, because you've already got a ticket.
That's right.
After your belly's full of Sarah's delicious food, now you got a ticket to the show. So
that's right, Mike.
Good deal. Again, RoswellTheater.com, Theatre. And also, by the way, if you have families with children, elementary age, things like that.
Even into high school.
Into high school as well, too. The Kids Arts Program, CAPS program.
That's right.
That's through the Community Little Theater, and it's, yes, on the surface, it's to teach kids theater and on stage and that stuff, but it's so much more than that because it's all aspects of production, performance. So it's a lot of STEM, a lot of them learning about sound and lighting, a lot of them learning about, it's not just how to be or not to be on a stage.
That's right.
It's a lot more than that.
Yeah, and we've got a new teacher for this next semester. Mary Alice Balderrama has joined CAPS.
Oh, good.
And she's going to be teaching the kids this next time around.
Oh,
so
good.
Pretty exciting.
To get a new twist on it. So if you've been in the last couple of years, get ready for a new face
That's
to
right.
come be a part of the team
That's
here.
right. Very exciting.
And of course support them through their. If you ever, I would say that probably the CAPS are most known for their Graveside Manor. They do annually or twice a year. They've kind of shifted it to the Historical Society. More of a living thing than a
That's
dead
right.
thing.
The Living Museum.
Yeah.
Yep, that's right.
People get a little creepy hanging out in cemeteries for some reason. I don't know why, but they're a little creeped out by that.
Somewhat, it seems, yeah.
But so it's kind of shifted that. But that's kind of their staple program that they do for the public here. But those kids are amazing, and talk to each and every one of them. They're all excited, happy that because they're all bright and wonderful. I think it's the class. They're all sharp kids, and I think it's the class that really makes them in tune with some of this stuff.
Oh yeah,
so.
they have a lot of fun. They learn a lot. They really grow that sense of worth and community, and I mean it's just an amazing program.
Yeah, it is. So please, when you're at the website, learn more about that. Like I said, they usually probably gearing up for a new semester. So now's probably the time to start signing up your kids and ask more. And then even if they're not quite ready for it, get some information.
At least
maybe
learn about it.
Maybe
right?
the next season, next semester here, we can get them in there because there's no plans for it to go away anytime soon.
There is not.
I'm curious on your fundraising. I know we've been talking about that roof for a couple years and things. How are we doing? I know we keep doing shows and things, but are you guys pretty close to having a roof?
So we got a short-term loan from some of our members. So the roof is on.
Good.
It's not leaking. It's dry. It's on.
Now you just got to pay for it.
But now we got to pay them back.
It's finance.
So
it's
we're
in the
still
house.
raising money because we have to pay them back.
Good
But
deal.
we are dry.
So, folks want to support. That's another way. I'm not saying tickets are very cheap. You want to buy a bunch of extra tickets, or just say I'm going to pay $100 for a seat. I don't.
That's right.
You do what you want with it.
That's
but,
right. Please don't
feel
you
obligated.
or not, we'll take your money.
Yeah, but we
hope to see you though.
we want your butts and people clapping and laughing and enjoying the show.
Oh, absolutely. The actors get so much more involved. They get louder and they get funnier if there's a reacting audience to kind of feed them. It's terrific.
And I know all of us in our lives has that at least one person that's like, I'm not going to no play, or I'm not. They poo-poo everything they can about it. And I have every single time I've gone to a play, you meet one of those types in a group somewhere, and every single time that person at the end of the thing saying, well, that was fun. I enjoyed it. That's not what I expected. You hear all the complete opposite. So when you got the old crotchety person on your group that's like, I don't like singing, just me. I'm usually that guy. I'm usually the one saying, oh, boy, singing. I got to listen to singing. I get it. But every time you go to that, I don't care what performance it is. I don't care if it's 4 old broads or something more serious, or they tend to get serious once in a while.
That's right.
There. And it's always been top-notch entertainment, and just our community are amazingly talented people, and
very much.
They put their heart and soul into it, and you can see it every performance, every time in that stage, and that's what's cool about it. That's
absolutely, it's an outlet. When you're on stage, you're not Mike, you're not Dan, you're the character. You become the character, and so you say and do things that you might not normally say and do, but you're in character. You're a different person, and so it's a whole very creative outlet.
It is fun. It's funny when you see your pastors and stuff. A different gig on stage one night.
That's right.
Father, I didn't know he did that.
2 of our actors in this play are, in fact, preachers, but they're not on the stage as preachers. They're on the stage as characters.
Exactly. So it's kind of nice to see that.
Yeah.
And then also, when we talk about volunteers and things, if you're like, I'm stage fright, I don't want to do it, you can still get involved. Everything from helping with costumes and kind of managing the confusion behind how there to running sound and light to being ushers to help navigate people to their seats to working concessions and things in the lobby. All of the positions need help, and none of them require you to put on a costume and sing or dance or act.
That's
on
right.
stage.
We always need people to help build and paint the sets and build or alter costumes.
Sure.
Or there's everything.
Or help out logistics at the immersive dinner, making sure the food's staged right and all that kind of stuff.
We can get it out there for sure. There's always room for everybody.
So if you want to get involved, but you're like, I don't want to act, but I love the whole thing, then please
there's
come.
lots of behind the scenes.
Absolutely. Again, RoswellTheater.com is the website. Get your tickets now for the Saturday immersive dinner. There's only 16 left, so I would not wait till Friday. I'd go ahead and do it as soon as you get a chance to get in front of a computer or your phone or whatever. Go ahead and get that ordered up. And especially if you've never tried Sarah's Mediterranean food, if you've never had their Greek food and Greek, I keep going each time to try something
different, right?
Yeah, because and now I'm up. I've had the falafel, I've had the kebab, I've had the shawarma, and I've had I had the appetizer sampler. That's when I had the bamba ganoush and then I tried one this last time that's kind of like a hush puppy but filled with meat.
Yes.
I can't remember what it's called. But it was pretty tasty too. But it kind of looks like a hush puppy.
Yes, it does.
But it's filled with ground beef and spices.
It's delicious.
It is very good.
Yeah,
it's fried meat. Come on.
What could be better? There's literally nothing better.
Yeah. So you're not going to be disappointed by that.
Most definitely not.
Excellent. Well, Dan, I know you got to go hit your day.
Absolutely.
Some people looking for houses, which if you need a home, Dan can help you out there too.
That's what I do.
Berkshire Hathaway, he'll take care of you there. So.
Absolutely.
But I'd love to see everyone out Saturday night for the big play.
For sure.
And the dinner, actually. So.
That's right. As always, Mike, it's a pleasure. Thank you for having us.
Anytime, and we'll see you guys again soon here, ready to wreak havoc, cause more problems.
That's what we do. That's what we do.
Thanks, Dan. We'll see you
Mike.
next time.
Recommending Thursday a $1 billion increase in annual state spending to expand preschool access and increase mandatory classroom instruction time at K-12 public schools. The budget proposal would increase the general fund spending by about 12%, or just over $1 billion to $9.4 billion for the fiscal year that runs from July of this year to June of 2024. That tally hews closely to a budget plan from Democrat Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham at the beginning of her second term in office. Carlsbad Mayor Dale Janway confirming the death of community activist and volunteer Wanda Welch. Welch died Wednesday. Janway said that Welch led the city's beautification committee for many years, and along with Deanna Taylor, they were instrumental in the fundraising effort to create the popular Friendship Park, a playground for children with disabilities. You're up to date. I'm Jared Sorello.
Right now, more than 7,000 aircraft are flying under the FAA's air traffic control system, a system that's still using 40-year-old computers. Here's what you need to know. I'm Kim Commando, brought to you by LinkedIn Jobs. Post a job for free and find qualified candidates quickly at linkedin.com/Kim. Since 2015, the FAA has been working to modernize its air traffic control system. The goal is to fully implement ERAM, the abbreviation for En Route Automation Modernization. But full implementation will take until 2029, and some hardware running ERAM is already 40 years old. This week, a technician updated the system software that provides last-minute critical safety information to departing flights. A few lines of codes caused the entire system to behave erratically. Managers rebooted the entire system. It didn't come back up for 90 minutes. All departing flights were stopped. As taxpayers, we should be demanding answers. Are we really safe while this upgrade drags on for 5 more years? Tell me your thoughts at Commando.com. I don't know about you, but during the holidays, I'm excited to reconnect with everyone I love. I can spend hours talking to friends and family and looking through photos on social media. If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has a plan you can get excited about because it's made just for you. Get 2 unlimited lines for only $27.50 per line. Plus, get 2 free smartphones for new lines when you switch. That's right, 2 lines for only $27.50 a line, plus free smartphones. I can use my new phone to reconnect this year and give the other as a gift. This is such a great deal. Don't miss out. Visit T-Mobile.com/55 or call 1-800-T-Mobile today.
Without autopay, $5 more per line, plus taxes and fees. Customers on this plan may notice lower speeds than other customers, and if using more than 50 gigabytes a month, further reduction due to prioritization. Phones for well-qualified customers via 24 monthly bill credits. Contact us before canceling service or credit stop and balance on required finance agreements due.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We don't have any rain coming up for a while, with a big area of high pressure parked over the Four Corners and northeastern Arizona and also central New Mexico, so things look good for the weekend. Low 60s and sunshine today, down to about 30 and a few clouds for the overnight hours. A mix of sun and clouds and low 70s for the afternoon high on Saturday. More clouds on Sunday, but still mild, mid-60s. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
It's time for the Chavez County Sports Report. Lots of basketball scores from yesterday. Lots of action in Dexter at the John Reed Boys Basketball Tournament. The Dexter Demons move into the semifinal round with a 56-44 victory over Cloudcroft. Hagerman falls to Eunice at the same tournament, 67-49, and NMMI loses to Jowl, 53-32. Gateway Christian Boys playing at the Santa Rosa tournament against the host Lions, which is the Lions are now 11-3 after beating Gateway 83-52. The Goddard girls in action yesterday, defeating Moriarty by a score of 45-39. Goddard's playing at Silver on Saturday. The Goddard boys, meanwhile, will be taking on Chaparral at home tonight. Roswell against Rio Rancho, boys and girls. The boys playing at Rio Rancho, the girls hosting the Rams at 6 tonight. The Sports Report brought to you by DS.
Care of the body that he's given us to best serve him. However, I think it's even more important to get our spiritual lives in good shape. That can be more challenging than physical exercise. Just like you need a plan to exercise, you need a plan to grow your spiritual life. Use a calendar or a journal, get a daily Bible reading plan, set an alarm on your phone, and take some time to read scripture and pray. Find a friend that'll partner with you so that you can keep each other accountable for not only daily Bible study, but for prayer as well. Just like you must discipline your physical body by building good habits, you must do the same thing with your spiritual body. At first, it may seem like you have to make yourself do these things, but believe me, once you get into that routine, you won't want to miss it, and you'll feel a true loss when you do. Give it a try. I promise it'll make a positive difference in your life.
Join us at the Country Club Road Church of Christ for worship at 10 a.m. on Sunday, located on the corner of Country Club and Washington in Roswell.
Oasis Computers has been Roswell's trusted source for home and small business computers for over 30 years, and they continue to be your best resource for computer repairs, operating system upgrades, web root managed, antivirus, special orders, and more. Oasis Computers is now open from 8 to 1, Monday through Friday to better serve you. Service calls by appointments and after-hour appointments are available too. Stop by Oasis Computers at 1703 North Garden or call or text 575-625-9141 for even faster service.
If your car breaks down, no need to cry, because there's always a pal nearby at Big O. At Big O Tires. Locally owned will get you in gear. That's because you've known us for years at Big O. Big O Tires. Don't need to sweat any extra labor. You can always trust a good neighbor at Big O. At Big O Tires. The best service is part of our code. Need a cup of sugar? We're down the road at Big O. At Big O Tires.
Hurry into your local Big O Tires now through January 29th and buy 3 tires, get 1 free on 4 select in-stock Nexen or Aspen tires with installation purchase. That's right. Buy 3, get 1 free. Big O Tires, the team you trust. Installation required, not valid with other offers. Eligibility may vary. Disposal fees and shop fees extra where permitted.
The inventor of Pringles is buried in a Pringles can. I wonder if they got their hands stuck putting them in there. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 7:55. Got a few minutes here before the top of the hour. Stay tuned next hour, about 8:15 or so. We're scheduled to have Chavez County Sheriff Mike Harrington join us, give us an update on what's going on with the Sheriff's Department. We're going to remind you that next Saturday, the 21st, there's another dance happening at Westminster Presbyterian Church. They're going to have Cibolo Springs performing along with Cindy Richardson and her 50s and 60s rock and roll. and Marvin Roberts with his country western as well. The dance is 6 to 9 next Saturday night. Cost is only $5, and there'll be refreshments and food and, cut a rug or two.
Good time to be had by all.
That's right. But come on out, have some fun. Saturday the 21st, 6 to 9 at Westminster Presbyterian Church, which is located at 2801 West 4th, kind of there behind Champion Motorsports and near Enchanted Hills Park. So
can't miss it.
I saw a Facebook page. I can't say the name of the page. I can paraphrase it. It's basically called Messed Up Food, messed up looking food, except it's not messed up. It's another adjective.
Right, sure.
But anyway, I watched it. I saw one thing from there, so I clicked on the page to watch more. And yes, I'm aware, and these are the extremes, but some of these things people are, I mean, I get it. If you got no cooking implements and things, like I saw a guy take a big bag of Lay's potato chips. He cut up a couple sausages, Polish sausage or kielbasa or something, throws it in the bag with the chips, throws like 4 slices of American cheese in there and cracks 4 eggs in there, breaks it all up, and then seals it up in the bag, and then boils the bag for 10 minutes.
Wow.
And then pours out this tamale goo looking thing that he eats at the end. I'm sure it probably doesn't taste that revolting.
No.
But my God.
Have you not seen Faceburger?
I don't think
so. This is a video that's been going around for a while. It starts out bad and it gets worse. In the pan is about a pound, probably more than a pound of hamburger meat made to look like a face. There's 2 holes for eyes and a big hole for a mouth.
Okay.
Other than that, it's ground beef.
Okay.
Into each eye and into the mouth, he cracks an egg.
Okay.
4 eggs. Okay. Then it's actually a mom. Then she takes Lay's potato chips, sprinkles them all around the face. Then she adds in milk because what she's about to make is mashed potatoes. Oh yeah. No, I'm not done. She doesn't. She then puts, I think, some oregano in it or something like that. She covers it up, lets it cook. A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, I think, and then she flips over the burger. And this thing, it started out looking terrifying.
Yeah.
By the end, it looks like a murder scene. It's terrifying. And she's like, and this is a great thing to serve up to your family. It's like,
who's eating
where? Why? Who? What? Call CYFD.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. I get it. People like to be creative and think they're Chef Gordon Ramsay or something. But if you're grabbing like Cheetos and just American cheese and nothing you're making is going to look like anything.
Kraft singles aren't meant to top a dish.
Don't get me wrong. I'll eat all that kind of stuff. I've had a moment.
They're great for a snack.
I've probably shared a few of my weirdo things on this show, but to create a video and then present this like, yeah, I'm Guy Fieri. What's up? And you're like, whoa.
Yeah, there's
I question people's mental capacity when I see that, and I'm like, you really think that's an appetizing, good-looking thing?
There's a whole subsection of Reddit, of Twitter, of Vine, TikTok, where people are posting just awful white recipes. Like, let's just throw everything in a casserole dish and see what happens.
No.
I heard somebody use the phrase glop. It's the glop that holds it together. I'm like, don't use the word glop in your culinary videos.
Now, don't get me wrong. I'm all for like kids experiment and learning stuff, and because you learn that way. I mean, when I was a kid, I've told you about some of the sandwiches and things my brother and I created.
Sure.
But as a child, when you're a grown adult in your 30s and 40s, and you're feeding yourself and your family like that, and you're proud of it?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You're like, no, that's not right. Learn to cook. Take a class. Buy a cookbook. Something.
Well, pop a video on. They're everywhere.
Exactly. All right, we get you in the news. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, Roswell, New Mexico. We'll be back on the other side. Don't go away.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. There is widespread devastation across the South. Alabama and Georgia, especially hard hit by tornadoes that swept across the region yesterday. Selma, Alabama, really got slammed. Block after block of homes and buildings demolished. As bad as it was, Selma's Mayor James Perkins still managing to give thanks.
We were blessed. We dodged some major bullets today. We really did. This could have been much worse.
At least 6 deaths reported in Alabama, 1 fatality in Georgia. And forecasters warn that California could see more flooding rains, along with powerful winds and significant mountain snow right on into next week. Let the investigation begin. Attorney General Garland naming a special counsel to investigate discovery of classified documents at President Biden's home and former office. Congressional Republicans plan investigations of their own. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy notes the Biden Justice Department showed no mercy when it came to documents stored under lock and key at the Florida home of former President Trump.
Well, what's an interesting question to me is, they put a special prosecutor on that. They raided Mar-a-Lago when he was gone. They came in with sirens and everything else. Even though they had already met, they knew it was there. They said, put another lock on. They put another lock on it. Had they asked, they could have just picked it up.
And President Biden denounced Mr. Trump as irresponsible. McCarthy is vowing to get to the bottom of the Biden document scandal. With Republicans now in the majority in the House, Texas GOP Congressman Chip Roy reintroducing a bill that would cut U.S. funding to the World Health Organization. That amid concerns about communist China's influence over the WHO. Stocks in the red this morning on Wall Street so far. Right now, the Dow down 60 points. The Nasdaq is off 47 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
All right, looks like we lost our news. I don't know what happened there, but it dropped mid-news. Yeah, all right, let's do this. Let me go ahead and play some local news, and then we'll come back here in just a minute, but I don't know what's going on. Well, I think it's an internet, because the news is working, it just dropped. So I'm thinking we lost signal with the Westwood One folks there. So that's my guess. I don't know, maybe they're having issues in Artesia. And it could have been on their end, yeah. So let's do local news. We'll be back here in just a minute.
Now your Pecos.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
What in the wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We don't have any rain coming up for a while with a big area.
Why did it skip the stop? Why is this computer arguing with me today? I don't know.
She's mad.
Well, because I went from there and it's supposed to stop after that, and it went on, start playing weather. My apologies. We're having I don't know what happened to our.
The computer decided it's going to start the weekend early.
Yeah, it was kind of unnerving. But happy Friday.
Yeah, welcome to it.
Welcome to hour number 2.
The Deuce
of Mornings with Mike Winters, right here on 106.5. We had. I don't know. The news dropped out in the middle there. It was kind of weird.
So during the break, Mike had showed me this.
Oh yeah, the food.
It's on messed up looking food. Basically, what somebody did was they took a Big Mac and fries.
Yeah.
Okay, and they took a crescent, essentially it was like a pot pie maker almost. They took pie dough, they put it at the bottom. So they took inside of this pie filling, this pie crust.
That's what you want to see.
Okay, I'll check that out in a second. Inside of that pie crust, they put French fries, and they put two chicken nuggets in there. But then she put chili dip in there, which actually kind of good.
Is it available at McDonald's? I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Not here, but it was probably like somewhere another country. And then they took the contents of the Big Mac, a burger, the lettuce,
patty,
pickles, and the sauce, put that on the top, and then egg washed around that to kind of make for where there would be a seal, and then put the top bun of the Big Mac on top of the pie, and then toast that whole thing. I'm not going to lie, it looked like a Big Mac pot pie, and it looked kind of really good.
Like I would try it.
I would probably eat the whole thing.
I don't know if I'd present it to people and serve it to friends, but like if I was like bored and having free time, I would do something like that.
I would totally serve it to friends for the story. Plus,
I don't know. I
feel like my friends would appreciate something
I'd have to pick people like you. I like certain people. Like I wouldn't have my in-laws over and do that.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't say it's not like a sit down for the president. Oh, okay, let me rephrase that. It's not like it'd be a sit down for the former president, for sure.
Yeah, no, but there's one more you've got to watch that.
I'm gonna wait to the break.
That one is with someone decided to put eggs on their salad. Mm-hmm. Hard-boiled egg. Nothing weird about that.
No, not at all. But it's the.
But rather than just boiling an egg, she uses a unique way to create the egg.
And I like how it just cuts to like a serious-looking face, like what?
Yeah. Put it this way, I could say that.
You could say it. I mean,
she's using prophylactics to make her egg, to hard boil her eggs.
Now, here's the thing: did she use I'm assuming the lubricated?
I would assume that is.
I would hope. Because otherwise, you're going to get
oh, gross.
The stuff that they put on the. Ew.
The egg keeps sliding off the salad.
Okay. Now, what I will say about this, I like a good 4-minute yolk. By that I mean I like a yolk that's still kind of got that mustardiness to it. Yeah, that jelliness to it.
A hint of goo.
I feel like if you're doing it in a condom, you could probably pull that off. I should probably choose phrasing better. Sorry. You could probably achieve. No, that doesn't work either. You can probably make a softer yolk happen.
You probably could.
That was hard to say. Gosh, I can't even say hard to say.
I feel like there's some messed up stuff in here. Mm-hmm. There is some mess.
Yeah, once you go down the wormhole,
this in theory would be good, but who can eat this?
Once you go down the wormhole,
nobody can eat that
disturbing food. It's a deep fried camembert burger. Good Lord! Oh my God! Yeah, it's a gigantic chunk of deep fried camembert, a wheel of camembert cheese on top of a burger. Wow,
that's impossible to eat.
But it's beautiful to look at. Yeah, you could knife and fork that bad boy.
Not if you. But I'm sure.
No, he picks it up and tries to eat it like a hand burger. But if you knife and fork,
know that cheese is molten lava.
Of course. Of course it is. That's why you give it about 20 or
Somebody's going to the ER eating that burger. That's all I'm saying.
I would so try that.
I would want to try it. But
I would try that in a heartbeat, and it would be my last heartbeat.
Yeah, because it would definitely kill you. What is that on those pancakes? It's like chicken.
I think Mike's falling off the rails. Like, dude, we're here until doing a show here. He's like, yeah, but look at all this Facebook stuff. Oh,
This is a funny
somebody
picture.
Prince Albert did a ballpark Frank.
Hey, if you like a little ketchup with your fries, somebody at McDonald's literally took a medium-sized cup and just filled it with ketchup and like 6 fries in it.
So what's your, okay, here's a question. And by the way, big thanks to the fine folks at McDonald's.
Yeah, don't do any of these things to your McDonald's food.
What
That's
is
just
your,
not right.
what's your savage McDonald's move? Because I'll tell you mine.
I have a savage story.
Okay, hold on. Well, go ahead and tell your story. Let me percolate.
Well, it's not. So I won't name names, but I saw someone put ketchup on their pancakes.
Ooh,
that's rough.
And I was eating with them, and I looked at them, and I said, "You're going to hell."
Do they always do this?
That's a crime against food.
Or are they just trying to freak you out?
I don't know if they always do it, and I don't. But
Do they put just ketchup, or do they like butter, syrup, and ketchup?
I don't think they were doing it out of spite.
Okay. So do they, in lieu of hot cake sauce or syrup, they put ketchup on? Is that, like, do they still put butter and ketchup?
See, mine's not nearly as bad as that. That's a food crime.
I think they put the usual stuff on it, and then just added ketchup on like a part of it.
See, my food crime is not McDonald's related.
Because
I use ketchup in mac and cheese.
Okay.
Like I'll get like even Kraft mac and cheese. I'll pour ketchup in it and mix it up, and it gives it kind of a tanginess.
Yeah, mine is it's just simply ketchup on an egg McMuffin. It really makes it because most people ketchup on your eggs. But the other thing is,
see, I'm the grape jelly guy,
and that's good
I
too.
put the grape jelly on. That was mine.
This is my go-to move. Back when they still had the dispensable ketchup, you take a medium soda lid, you flip that over, you put your ketchup on there, and then about 5 or 6 pepper packets mixed into the ketchup. You get a spicy ketchup.
Nice. Okay.
It's a baller move. That's a baller move right there.
I'm not when it comes to like fast foods, I'm usually not a combiner of things. I figure they had people that plotted this out. I'll let them do their thing.
They've put the science behind it, but
that's more of an at-home thing when I get creative.
Right.
A lot of times I try to recreate things. Like one of the things I did, and this was the one I did, like Facebook and pictures and all that, is
just to be clear, these were real pancakes, not McDonald's hotcakes.
Oh,
okay.
Just to be.
I'm just trying to think. Like, was it with butter and ketchup, or just ketchup?
I think so.
Or like syrup, butter, and ketchup.
I think ketchup was just like an afterthought.
Like I could see maybe you accidentally got some on there. You put ketchup on your hash browns or something.
This was no accident.
On your pancakes. Now I will tell you this. And Sean, I've had this debate.
Like blood on the dance floor.
When you eat pancakes, you're supposed to have link sausage with it, and you dip the sausage in the. Don't get you maple syrup sausages.
Right.
Just get you plain old regular link sausage, and dip it in the syrup, and that is a match made in heaven.
That is a hearty breakfast, and you can get all of that and more at your local McDonald's.
That's right. Don't let them infuse your sausage with the syrup.
By the way, right now get your Super Mario Brothers, the movie Happy Meal. It's going to be happening in conjunction with the movie that's coming out in April.
Oh yes, that's got because I've heard a lot of people.
It's got everybody in it.
Well, but what's his name's playing Mario?
Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt. Thank you. I've heard a lot of mixed reviews on him being Mario.
I'm a little mad about it.
Why is it? Because of the accent or something?
Here's the thing.
Why are people salty about it?
We went through. We've entered this interesting phase where cartoon voice actors aren't doing voices anymore. They're just doing their regular voice because they want people to recognize who they are.
Well, I know like The Simpsons and the Hank Azaria and all that. Is it some of that going on?
I don't think so. It's like, okay, do you remember back in like, when we were kids, cartoons had character. They would always do character voices.
Yeah.
But now it's more the actors want to be recognized as, oh, that's that guy. Like the Hollywood or the executives are like, well, if we're going to spend money on Chris Pratt, we want people to know this is Chris Pratt. So they're having him just do his Chris Pratt voice. And that's not Mario.
No, you got to have the accent.
But he does he uses the phrases of Mario. At one point in the trailer, he's looking there, like staring down this aisle, and he goes, "Okay, let's go." I'm like, you can't say the Italian style, "Let's go."
That feels
okay in your American accent. It's wrong.
It feels appropriation.
I'll be the first one to defend this.
Okay.
Because he doesn't say it like that.
He does.
To be fair,
he goes, "Let's go."
No. No, he's like, "Here we come." That's what he sounds like. And
all right, he's gonna bring up the clip.
I just gotta find the trailer that I saw, because I swear he said, "Let's go."
I haven't seen it, so I don't know. I cannot weigh in one way or the other.
I'm just on the same thing with Mike. Like, why is everyone so mad? Because it's not. I think they're going for a more like Brooklyn kind of vibe with it.
Forget about it.
Like how the old cartoon used to be.
I'm walking here
with Lou Albano.
No, don't get me wrong.
Lou.
I'm really excited about most of this.
What's the premise of the movie? Is there a story?
I think it's Mario goes into the world.
Here.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay, I haven't heard that yet. So
Yeah, it does sound like Let's Go.
I stand corrected.
Let me go ahead.
All right. Let's go.
Yeah, he says Let's Go.
Let's go.
Yeah, it's Let's Go.
No, but
although that doesn't bug me.
It doesn't bother me that much. It's just I wish that he would have done a little bit of the like a little bit of the accent.
So is the whole movie of him getting into the video game, and then the rest of the time we're going to watch him doot and him hitting bricks with
as
his helmet?
As far as I understand, and this is
Kicking turtle shells?
what I've
Is
seen in the
that what-
trailer, this is like the origin story. Like he gets sucked into this world, he has no idea what's happening, and he just sort of like puts it together as he goes along. He figures out, I have all these extra powers, I can use power-ups, the mushrooms do
So
stuff.
let me ask this, is Donkey Kong involved in this?
Literally, the clip that I just played, it was him staring down Donkey Kong.
Okay, because that's kind of the origins there is and to be honest, it has nothing actually to do with a story per se. It was mostly the companies that created the games and created it. They needed when they created Mario, Nintendo.
Yeah, they needed a mascot.
They needed a guy, and then the Donkey Kong, which he wasn't called Mario, he was called something else.
Jumpman.
Yeah, Jumpman. And Luigi was created, and the rest were created for Mario Brothers. Right. But basically, I think they had a
fun
computer
fact,
imprint of Mario basically already, so they carried it over to Mario Brothers.
The original princess was not Peach. It was actually, I think her name was Annabelle.
Why do I feel like there was a Penelope or something?
You might have been. I think you're right. It's Penelope.
Yeah, I felt like Penelope.
It was Penelope first.
Paulina.
That's what it was. Okay.
And it was something like that. Yeah.
And then eventually it became Princess Toadstool or Princess Peach.
I hope
country.
I hope, because this was something I always had the hardest time trying to nail every single time. In Mario Brothers 2, Electric Boogaloo, at the end of a level, you had to climb up the hill and make the huge leap to try to get to the top of the flagpole, and then to get the flag all the way down.
This isn't 2 then.
Was that the first one?
I'm assuming this is 1.
Maybe that's the one.
Because there were no flagpoles in 2.
Okay, maybe it's the first one.
Okay.
I can't. It's been 30 years.
Sure.
So I want to see in the movie where he's got to jump and then hit the top of the flagpole to finish the. I want to see them.
I got to imagine
they work that in there somewhere, because that was such a iconic. You hit the level at the end. You're like, all right. And then every time I'd be like, I know there was nerds out there that could do it every time. I was not one of them. I sometimes could nail it, but sometimes I just couldn't. You'd end up middle of the flagpole and not get the full points. And I'd be like, ah, dang it.
From what I've gathered, they're also trying to make this movie as much like the games as possible, because it's also a big, sell for their theme park. They have a theme park in Japan.
Okay.
That they just opened called Super Mario World. And it's literally like this you jump into the world of Super Mario.
So is it just Mario or is it all Nintendo?
It's all the Nintendo or all the Mario universe characters. So like Bowser, Toad, Luigi, all those.
See, I think Nintendo ought to do a theme park.
I think they probably have like a Metroid land.
Yes,
and
I think they could have a Zelda world and a Mario world, and I think Nintendo ought to capitalize on
the big sell for this park though is they have an immersive Mario Kart go-kart experience where you can like alter, like if you get power-ups and stuff, you can alter other people's, like if you get a speed up thing, it'll make your car go faster. If you get like a mushroom or like a
Are you
shell,
actually in a car?
If you get a shell, you can, you're in like a go-kart while this is happening.
It'll speed up.
You can actually like knock somebody else's cart or make their cart slow down or
that's kind of
wobble,
cool.
stuff like that. Yeah. So I'm genuinely curious to check that out.
I just want to that and be able to kick turtle shells at things.
Right? But it's all the way in Japan.
Well, excuse to
build
go.
one here. Right?
Excuse to go. What's going on here? Is there something important here? No, there was that. Yeah, I showed him this picture 2 days ago. Why did he send it back to me?
My favorite one is Star Fox. That's the one with the furry animals that drive like spaceships.
I vaguely remember that coming out.
And like you would like that one actually, or at least the Super Nintendo version of it.
Yeah, that was like I vaguely remember that
because it's
Star Fox.
It's basically like an airplane simulator where you go around and shoot stuff. And
yeah, I vaguely remember that one. That one.
You're on rails and stuff, and it's like an Air Force simulator kind of.
Gotcha. Yeah, I vaguely remember that one. So. Sheriff Mike Harrington's scheduled to join us. He's not here yet, I'm assuming. I figure he'd be here. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and pause and do a weather update. We'll be back on the other side here. Don't go away.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We don't have any rain coming up for a while with a big area of high pressure parked over the Four Corners and northeastern Arizona and also central New Mexico. So things look good for the weekend. Low 60s and sunshine today, down to about 30 and a few clouds for the overnight hours. A mix of sun and clouds and low 70s for the afternoon high on Saturday. More clouds on Sunday, but still mild mid 60s. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently, sorry, I didn't bring my weather up. How bad of me. Currently, I'm glad it's working. Earlier, I was trying to get on the National Weather Service and it wouldn't let me in. Now it is. Currently, 30 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 66%. Winds at the moment out of the north at 6 miles per hour. Sunny today, 64 the high. Winds will be out of the south, 5 to 10 miles per hour. For tonight, partly cloudy, overnight low of 31 degrees. Winds out of the south at around 5 miles per hour. Saturday, sunny and 71 tomorrow. Going to be downright warm. Winds will be out of the west, 5 to 10 early. Later in the afternoon, shifting to the south, picking up just a bit, 10 to 15. Not too bad. Saturday night, mostly cloudy, overnight low of 41. Southwest winds 10 miles per hour. Sunday, going to get a little breezy. Partly cloudy, 67 for a high. Winds will be out of the southwest, 15 to 20. Later in the day, increasing 20 to 25, gusting as high as 35 miles per hour. Sunday night, mostly cloudy and breezy with an overnight low of 40. And for Martin Luther King Jr. Day, Monday, partly cloudy, 64 for a high there. All right, it is 23 minutes after 8 o'clock. I got a text. Sheriff's on his way, so we'll give him a few minutes. We'll go ahead and take a commercial break, and if the sheriff's here, we'll chit-chat. If not, we'll give him a few more minutes. But don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
ENMU Roswell offers high school students the opportunity to get a head start on their college education journey into healthcare. Through the Allied Health Careers Pathway, high school learners can enroll in dual credit courses that introduce them to a wide range of careers that include emergency medical technician, paramedic, nursing, occupational therapy, respiratory therapy, medical assisting, phlebotomy, and nursing assistant. Start your healthcare career path at ENMU Roswell. Contact your high school counselor for more information.
Edge Safety and Services LLC in Artesia, New Mexico has an immediate opening for a safety technician. Position requires a clean driving record and must be able to pass a drug and alcohol screen. Edge Safety offers great pay with IRA benefits and employer contribution towards health benefits. Please email resumes to edgecoding@yahoo.com. Or apply in person at 402 West Main Street inside the Edge Safety and Services facility. Edge Safety and Services LLC is an equal opportunity employer.
Wakefield Oil Company is a name you can rely on with full service at the pump the way it used to be. You can expect service in just 15 seconds. They offer bulk fuel and oil services and even diesel exhaust fluid. Wakefield Oil Company will deliver to farms, ranches, dairies, the oil fields, and more with dependable service you can count on. So the next time you need service or delivery, go with the name that locals have trusted since 1983. Wakefield Oil Company, 311 South Virginia in Roswell. Let them earn your business.
If your car breaks down, no need to cry, because there's always a pal nearby at Big O. At Big O Tires. Locally owned will get you in gear. That's because you've known us for years at Big O. Big O Tires. Don't need to sweat any extra labor. You can always trust a good neighbor at Big O. At Big O Tires. The best service is part of our code. Need a cup of sugar? We're down the road at Big O. At Big O Tires.
Hurry into your local Big O Tires now through January 29th and buy 3 tires, get 1 free on 4 select in-stock Nexen or Aspen tires with installation purchase. That's right. Buy 3, get 1 free. Big O Tires, the team you trust. Installation required, not valid with other offers. Eligibility may vary. Disposal fees and shop fees extra where permitted.
As you begin this new year, you may have plans to get in better shape. That's a very good thing to do. I believe God wants us to take care of the body that He's given us to best serve Him. However, I think it's even more important to get our spiritual lives in good shape. That can be more challenging than physical exercise. Just like you need a plan to exercise, you need a plan to grow your spiritual life. Use a calendar or a journal, get a daily Bible reading plan, set an alarm on your phone, and take some time to read scripture and pray. Find a friend that'll partner with you so that you can keep each other accountable for not only daily Bible study, but for prayer as well. Just like you must discipline your physical body by building good habits, you must do the same thing with your spiritual body. At first, it may seem like you have to make yourself do these things, but believe me, once you get into that routine, you won't want to miss it, and you'll feel a true loss when you do. Give it a try. I promise it'll make a positive difference in your life.
Join us at the Country Club Road Church of Christ for worship at 10 a.m. on Sunday, located on the corner of Country Club and Washington in Roswell.
Pecans are a big deal here in Chaves County. We have some of the biggest orchards in the country, and lots of us have pecan trees in our yards. Hi, this is Jim Gill from Roswell Seed Company. Whether you have 1 pecan tree or 1,000 of them, this time of year, every pecan tree needs fertilizing. So come see us at Roswell Seed Company, and we'll get you fixed up with the right fertilizer for your pecan trees, so that next year, your nuts will be big and beautiful. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
When Rhonda was experiencing severe abdominal pain, she knew she could count on Artesia General Hospital's emergency department to provide critical care any time of day or night.
I didn't think twice about driving the 45 minutes from my home to Artesia's ER. I felt like I was their only patient. Excellent care from everyone, and I'm thankful beyond measure.
Each year, thousands of patients trust Artesia General Hospital with their health emergency. With specialty certifications in advanced adult and pediatric life support and trauma care, their emergency room physicians have the experience you need when every second counts. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Learn more at artesiageneral.com/emergency.
The octopus and the squid both have 3 hearts. That's why they eat so many Tums. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 28 minutes after 8 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning, Chaves County Sheriff Mike Harrington, Charles Eastlis, Undersheriff as well. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. Doing great. How about you guys?
Doing great. Good. Doing great.
How was New Year's? I haven't seen you guys since then.
It was quiet and
good.
Somewhat quiet.
I would say usually that's one of your busy times.
Other than all the gunshots.
Yeah.
Just the gunshots going off, and that's the
nobody was hurt, right? Was there any reports of anybody getting hurt or nothing?
We had just damage to property.
We had reports of projectiles coming through the roof.
I figured
a couple of houses.
There's a lot of idiots out there.
Yeah, there's a lot. And
I'm not a science math. I'm really not good at science. I got radio for this, but I do know enough. What comes up must come down. It's coming down somewhere.
You just want to try it out. Just go outside and throw a rock. You can still see where it hits. You can still see where it hits, and if you throw it, it's got to come down and hit something.
Yeah, and it, straight up might come down to you at an angle. Right. Land on someone's house, property, or God forbid, person or a dog or something. It's just dumbness.
I would rather them shoot it off straight in the air. That way it does come back down to have a chance at them and not at anybody else.
Get your angles right.
Yeah, get your angles
Take
right.
a geometry class.
Yeah. But that was our biggest thing that night, and then also just the people calling in about the fireworks and everything else after
what you did.
So you have the midnight hour.
Sure.
And then
2 in the morning is not the time to decide to bust out your fireworks collection.
And that's what happens. And people are up all night long, and they don't realize that the first is still a work day for others.
Sure.
And especially the way that it's falling right now is every Monday or whatever it was.
It feels like a holiday.
Yeah. So it comes right back on you. So it's crazy right now with people. They just do what they want to do for them and not care about what it does to anybody else.
But it looks like on a good side, it looks like drinking, driving, that stuff was down a little bit, or at least people were more cognizant and and finding other ways to get home. It looks or not getting caught.
Well, I put out there a PSA or on my Facebook page: do not drink and drive. And I put it out, and 30 minutes later, we got our first DWI. So it just
I'm not meaning to laugh, but it sounds like me on the radio here. I'm like, school's closed today because of snow, and then I get a call, school closed today.
Yeah. And that's what we're trying to tell them is, hey, on those days we have more people out working, just because of that reason, and we're going to find you.
Yeah.
And then whenever they get caught, they're so surprised that that anybody was out on those roads, on that back road or whatever, So it was just
that was
amazing.
a way to get home.
Yeah, that was.
They figured they'd take the back road.
Sneak home. Yeah.
That's just it. They don't get it.
Yeah.
Guess what?
That's where
most of
we're
these
at.
deputy sheriffs and things, they're from here. They live around here. If they didn't, they've been,
they know the way.
They know the area.
Well, when it's dark and you see the headlights up there doing this, it's kind of
like you said, we're all from here. So we know where everybody is. That's like right now when people go out into the county the kids go out there to drink. I've been doing this so long, we now know right where
Some of your
go.
deputies are like, I was here when I was 16. Doing dumbness.
So,
this is where we were trained.
So we know right where to go. The other thing is thank God they use Facebook and
they like to help themselves on there. It helps you guys immensely when they help themselves on social media.
Oh, and then one of them or a parent will see it and screenshot it, send it to us, and don't tell anybody. But here's where the party's going to be.
Snapchat is our biggest reporter of parties. They put it out there and they think, it goes away.
Yeah.
Oh, no, everyone takes a picture of it and then they send it to their friends, and then before you know it, it comes across to us.
Yeah.
It's so
and then
crazy.
they wonder how we got there.
Yeah, how'd you figure it out?
Then the blame game starts.
They don't tell them. It's just we just stumbled upon it. You keep doing the way you do to announce these things, and we'll be here.
We saw the lights.
Yeah. Well,
that's the other thing too. If you're in the middle of the desert, and you got a fire going, a bonfire the size of Montana.
We call that a clue.
I mean,
how'd you find me?
Someone's going to figure that one out.
I actually had a call like that. Who told you we were here? Well, I could
smoke
see
signals,
the glow.
right?
Yeah, you could see the glow. Looked like the sun was setting over here.
The hills were on fire.
Looked like an atom bomb went off over here.
So it's pretty crazy. But we've been busy. We've gone up to the academy in Hobbs, and we've got 4 deputies enrolled in that now.
Great.
And
so what's that put you at as far as staffing wise?
So
the numbers and all that.
Right now, with what we have hired, we have 4 positions left.
Okay. Of course, it's attrition, man. As soon as they fill the 4, 3 more retire.
Yeah.
It's just it's always a constant cycle
really
there.
is.
So,
And so
just because when they fill 4 more likely, nothing's going to happen very soon.
We're getting one from one agency, and one of ours is going to another, and it just
And luckily for us this time, we're hiring a lot of uncertifieds that mean that they have 25 years to do this job. And they are coming into this. They're so eager. They're so ready to learn. And every day, we go out here and we PT them out at the Wool Bowl, and they are just so excited to do this. And
well,
so
I
that's
imagine
good to see.
In the, like you said, to have a large group of the uncertified deputies wanting to come and be a part, it's better for you guys in terms of, because you're getting kind of a fresh blank canvas, and you get to go in there and train them and mold them the way you want your deputies to be.
That's right.
And so when you have, if they're coming in early, you can obviously see the heart, the dedication.
Oh, man.
And they're vested.
Yeah.
They get vested.
And to be honest, if it's not, you'll find out in their PT and training and all that, and that's when they. But now they're while they're getting certified, they're learning if this job's for me and all of that, and then by the time they're actually ready to go to the academy and get their full certification, they're. It's second nature. It's old.
So
it's just part of their life at that point.
That's one of the things where we have that luxury right now, where before you used to come on, and in this department, and I know, you would go straight out to working. Mm-hmm. And you would either be with an FTO, or like back whenever I started, we'd just go straight to work.
Go serve papers.
And you do whatever. So
is that kind of entry level? Deputy work is.
I remember being handed a set of keys and saying, "Go serve these subpoenas."
For me, I was told, get to the courthouse or go patrol Midway, and I'm like, "What? Where's Midway?" Yeah. Because
it's halfway between, far away and close.
And I'm from Roswell, and I'm thinking, where in the heck are we talking about?
Midway to what?
Yeah, Midway to what? And same thing, like when I first started, the way you would go out to the bottomless lakes or whatever, they'd say, "Hey, meet me at the Devil's Inkwell." Well, everyone knew where the Devil's Inkwell was. Mm-hmm. But if they gave you an address, you're like, where is that address? But that's how now everything is changing. But what we've seen is, and for what I've seen, it is better now to bring these new recruits in and put them through a pre-academy. PTM, get them to where they know the law very well before they even go.
It's familiarize them with the lifestyle and every aspect.
Teach them the Constitution of the United States and understand all that. And
and they truly learn what life as a law enforcement officer is like. You can watch TV all day and have an interest and even read all the books and know the laws. But until you put on the uniform and the badge and you get a chance to go on the streets and handle calls and do what typically an officer does on a day-to-day basis, you can't relate to that or understand it. I mean, you can book learn yourself and you know the letter of the law, but the experience.
You hear the stories, but what you hear is from your friends is the fun stories. Mm-hmm. You don't hear the boring parts, the reality parts.
Well, how many close calls that you laugh about later, but could have been real ugly real quick if things didn't go right.
Or it's 95% paperwork and 5% fun.
Sure.
And that's what
it's not the sexy, glamorous NYPD blue style.
What you see on TV.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
So he's sliding over cars to bust a criminal or something like that.
Yeah. Slide right on off.
So they're learning that, and it has been good that we've been able to do that. It's put a little bit more work on my already certified guys who are working the shifts because they're running shorthanded on one shift, and but we do have plenty of overtime, and the guys are working it. And so with everything that's going on, the way that we're doing the new recruits, it's so much better than what I've seen in the past. And it really has made a difference.
Academy.
I would imagine too. And this would be an ongoing, probably just internal study to just see, like, this group doing it this way, how many of them do 20, 25 years with this agency? And with that, I'd be curious to see how that translates to the back end of these officers' careers and see where it takes them that way. Because I imagine if you're doing it this way and they know it from the get-go, more likely they're in for the long haul.
Right.
They're not going to be the one that 5 years in gets to it and says, this is not what I want. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it is very sad on your end when you've invested that much time, money, and effort, and then they get to that point and say, I'm just not cut out for this. That's not my thing.
Or you have that applicant that you look back and you see that he or she has been, average is 2 years. They have 12 years experience, but they've been to 6 agencies.
Right.
And so you figure, well, you can get probably 2 years out of them before.
You can teach
them. They start get antsy or burning bridges or whatever happens Well, and that's a red flag at any job. I don't care what it is. If you look at someone's resume, and whether you're hiring a law enforcement officer or a guy to work a counter at a convenience store, when they got a history of a lot of jobs and there's like a year, 2 year in between,
what happens on that second year?
Yeah, that's a red flag for an employer. It's like, what is this guy doing Does he blow it up every time he goes in there, and then and has to after scorched earth leaves to go somewhere else?
He does. It's been 2 years now, and I'm out of here.
Yeah, that's a red flag.
It's easy to teach sit. It's hard to teach stay.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things that we do now is we're teaching them, hey, you're going to be doing a lot of sitting. You're going to be doing a lot of paperwork. You're going to be doing a lot of this. Now we pray to God you stay after you know that this is really the majority part of your job.
And just from the outside looking in, and when people talk about like what's, qualities or assets a person should have to become a law enforcement, and we've talked about, you and I, we've talked about that.
Yeah.
I would argue, and the older I get, the more I realize, I think the most important quality of a good law enforcement is patience.
Yeah, patience and
patience.
Listen.
If you have the ability to be patient and keep your cool. Because that's just it. Most people, when you come on a call, they're in your face, they're irrational, or they're scared, or something's going on, and they don't understand you're going in blind. They think you already, and so they try to explain to you like you already know something, and so that's why you got to have that ability to be the calm voice in a chaotic situation. That you're going to be an amazing officer if you have that ability.
Remember, we deal with people at their best and at their worst.
Sure.
When they're the happiest and when they're the angriest.
Yeah. But I imagine too, you guys have much better, because you guys have been in law enforcement long enough. You've seen it all. Probably, or as much as I say that and something else comes up.
I don't want to see nothing else.
But what I mean is, I would imagine every single time, and you probably learned it. The more patient you are with someone, generally speaking, the outcome at the end of the stop or whatever is usually better. Yeah. Someone still might get arrested, but nobody's hurt. No. Everyone's going home. They're going to live to see another day. Yeah. You know what I mean? Every single, and you guys learn.
That's exactly right.
It's kind of like kids and deflection. And 25 years ago, he was my FTO 25 years ago. So one of the things that he taught me, and then I passed on it as I was teaching others, is it's kind of deflection. You go in and they're upset and everything, and you look around and you find something, and he's a Broncos fan, and I still
and you've talked about
I still like him for it. I still like him for it.
Yeah, he was talking about the Cowboys.
He picked something out and say, "Oh man, I understand why you're mad."
Sure.
And it redirects that anger. Or we want them to redirect the anger. Yeah. We want them to focus on us.
Sure.
And not on what's going on.
And sometimes that also gives these folks, because they may see you in the badge and everything, and they don't look at you as human yet.
That's right.
But when you start talking about the Cowboys with them or something they can relate to, then they're like, this is just a person just like me. Exactly. They're doing their job just like I have to do my job at my work, And,
that's the one thing that we teach these young guys right now is, and the older guys too, but the younger guys, you have to teach them that people will call you names, they'll laugh at you, they'll do everything they can, but it's not you.
It's not personal.
It's not personal.
It's just the uniform you're wearing and what they think of it.
If I was working somewhere else, they would never even do that. I said, but and so they're like, man, did you see what they put on Facebook about you or whatever? Doesn't matter. It's not anything, because here's one of the things, like I was told the other day, oh man, I got some complaints about your Facebook page. Oh, you have? Well, I got about 105,000 comments saying good job. So I'd rather have
the goods outweigh the
bad when you only have 3
and let's face it, the people there probably have an issue or probably the subject of whatever particular incident occurred there. And I've seen it every time.
Every time.
It's a small town. Small town things happen.
Yeah, that's
Somebody, especially someone who's got a lot of family in the area.
Yes, yeah.
It turns into a family war when they're, the family's defending their person while other people saying their family member's a bag of crap and everything else. And it happens every time. I see it every time.
And they're like, why do you allow that to happen? Well, it's not that I'm allowing it to happen. People can comment.
You have to be transparent.
You have to be transparent, and you gotta allow the comments. What we don't want is when it becomes racist or threats or anything like that. Then we'll pull those. But most of the time, if it's somebody from California who's just throwing their words in there, I'll cut them out of that mess.
And this is a lesson, and I'm sure you guys see it every day. I feel like this is a lesson that humanity's like trying to stop teaching.
That's right.
And the lesson is, for every decision you make, there is a consequence for it. There is a reaction to the decision.
Yep.
Ideally, you're hoping it's good.
Yep.
But every decision you make is going to have a positive and negative. Yep. And if you keep choosing to go this path, certain things are going to happen. But I love the fact that, it's transparent. You can see what's going on in your community, but also it is a reminder to younger generations, to people else saying, see what's going. If you do this kind of stuff, this is the thing that's going to happen to you. Yep. There's a consequence for you choosing to drink and then get on the road. Yep. There's a consequence for you choosing to go to that party and start that argument. Yep. There's a consequence for everything, and you can't blame anybody else but your decision on that.
Sure.
And that's the biggest lesson in humanity we got to learn is, sure, you could, in human nature, we love to find a fall guy, someone we can blame for the thing. But at the end of the day, you got to own up for that.
And with social media now and everything that we see going on and everything that, if you have information and it's releasable, release it. Don't leave the public hanging. If you know there's somebody in an area that you're looking for, get it out there. Get it on Facebook. Give the statements and everything. It's important for the public to know that you're looking for this person. The public are the ones that find them for us.
Sure.
They're the ones that call in.
Yeah, you guys just take all that information and go act on it.
And you want
they deserve to know. They need to know.
Well, and you want to get the information out there from the entity that knows the facts, not let the media put it out. They can sway it whichever way they want,
or rumors on Facebook,
or rumors, or everything else. And so there's so much information that starts to come out right away. It starts to cloud the investigation in a sense, because people now are calling. But if you put it out there directly and say, "Hey, we just had a robbery at this location. We're looking for this car."
Yeah.
There's people driving that say, "Hey, I just seen that car."
Yeah, I was just in the area that guy headed this way.
That's
yeah,
right.
absolutely.
And so it is very important for us, but it's also important for the public to know, hey, there's a man who just carjacked a car.
Hey, if you got family in the area, give them a heads up. There's some stuff going on. And be on the lookout. Be careful. Or maybe stay inside for a little bit.
Sure. He just
whatever.
Carjacked this car, and now he knows we're looking for that car. He's going to stop and carjack your car.
Or at best yet, just hang out outside. If you see it, give the update to the police. Say, I just saw it, went right by my business, my house, whatever it is.
But
and that's how you guys. I mean, I don't know. Like I keep going back to the ride along I did that particular night. A guy got busted for DUI because the public saw this clown driving all goofy on the road.
That's how.
And they call the sheriff. The next thing you know, we're us and it was with the county sheriffs, the RPD. There was several cops ready to take care of this because the public called in and told.
The truth of that is that 99% of our DWI arrests come from that. And it could be somebody who saw him driving, somebody who may have a issue with them and seen them leave or whatever. There's so many different things that go on, and so what we know is that exes call all the time. Yeah,
there is a bit of that vindictive.
He just dropped the kids off and he's drinking.
And now with that pound DWI and all these different things you can put in.
You guys have to delineate what's the vindictive versus this is a real
and so
public concern.
So one of the things you got to remember is that when you get there, you're not stopping them because of the call. I'm now watching them, and I can tell pretty quickly they've been
developing our.
You guys have, obviously, especially if you've been doing this for as long as you guys have.
Yeah, you can see it.
You can spot a drunk a mile away. You can probably figure it out before they realize it.
Same way when you're driving down the road and a car's coming towards you. You know when the driver is tired. And what I'm so thankful for, and I would pray that they put them in every car, is the one that keeps the car within the lane.
Oh yeah, dings at you or whatever. Yeah, my wife's car does that. Yeah, I got Jeep's not that fancy, but my wife's car does
mine ain't my truck either. But same thing with my wife's Jeep. But so if you're going and it won't let you go outside the lane, and then if you get close enough to a car, it actually slows you down.
Yeah.
So so hey, that's all right.
I love them. Just don't become reliant on them. You are the driver. You're in control of the vehicle.
But it sure keeps head-ons from happening.
Yeah. We don't need a couple.
Put it on autopilot.
Yeah, no autopilot Teslas crashing into things and stuff.
So that was the other thing is that we have a 3-day weekend starting today.
Yes, with the MLK weekend.
Yeah, Martin Luther King weekend, and So the group that is coming from Texas down 380, and the group that is going to Texas from Roswell, New Mexico, or Ruidoso or wherever, everyone from Ruidoso goes to Texas. Everyone from Texas goes to Ruidoso. That's how it works.
They trade cabins or whatever.
Yeah, they just trade locations.
But yeah, so what we have though right now is, and I just saw on social media a car passing a truck. The car that was in the other lane was able to swerve, while the car behind it didn't see, because this one was in front. Hits them head on, knocks that car into the truck as well, caused so much of an accident because somebody was in such a hurry that they're passing these trucks knowing, and this is what I tell everybody, it's going to add just a few seconds or minutes to your trip.
Well, that's just it. People want to save that second, and then how many people have lost their lives
for seconds
thinking they're cutting a corner here when they end up killing themselves or other people?
Well, what gets me is they're driving from here to Tatum or to Texas, but they'll pass you going 150 miles an hour, right, in your personal car, and then you get to Tatum, and they're standing there walking around. And I'm like, what did that do? I got here the same time. I'm still here while you're here.
You feel better?
And what just happened? So, so it really makes no sense.
I'm kind of curious with if you guys are seeing it. You know, obviously with the social media world and everything else, and you see it bigger in Europe and areas like that. But a lot of people putting like dash cams in their cars.
There's a lot.
Absolutely.
Is that something that you guys are seeing more and more of? Is locals here put dash cams?
Walmart has them. Their cheapest one is $20.
But I see them all on Twitter all the time, like people reporting goofy, and usually it's European stuff. But I was just curious.
Those are the most interesting.
Motorcycles are popular. They make them for helmets.
Yeah, the helmet cams. But that gives you guys the whole story a lot of times in an accident, and definitely probably change a lot of perspective.
It also shows you that the person who puts that camera in the car sometimes becomes the vigilante.
That's true.
And,
They're looking for
craziness and
fill it things so they can pad their social media.
So we got to be, like I tell them, you got to be careful because you never know who's going to pull a gun.
Although it would be great when you do have that weird incident where someone cuts you off or something happens, and it's a you said versus they said situation, and now you got a cam available saying, see, this backs up what I'm saying versus what you say.
Just don't let them block you in. Don't get out of the car to fight because you're going to get killed.
Well, and that's at the mental health right now where people are and you see those videos all over Facebook and Twitter and TikTok and whatnot.
Yeah.
People just are mentally not dealing with the people or putting up and I get it.
Yeah.
I want to punch a lot of people too, but
just going from Roswell to Artesia, I've almost got hit like coming into Artesia where the little roads there are on 26th and 13th. Cars pull out on you all the time, and you and instead of me wanting to beat them up, my heart has to stop beating so fast. Plus, you're like that, you're grabbing the steering wheel because you just had to avoid a crash.
Right.
Heck, the last thing I'm thinking about is fighting the guy. I'm like that, Jesus, man. I'm
that guy in the car you don't want to be with because I'm calling them every name in the book.
Oh yeah.
I'm inventing names. Yeah. It is not pretty. I'm wishing medical conditions on these people.
I'm looking for my blood pressure meds.
I'm like, I hope you get cancer. I'm all like that.
Well, one of the things you touched on it just a second ago, but the mental health, it's unfortunately we've seen a real influx of homeless and people that have come from Albuquerque and the surrounding areas.
I've heard we've had out-of-towners come in here. And
you see them walking down the street talking to nobody or swinging a stick at nobody or doing these things. And the reality is we unfortunately they closed our mental health facility here years ago.
So that's kind of where we're seeing a lot on the streets here.
So one of the things that one of the big trainings that we're doing for the deputies and especially the new deputies is the mental health training and how to
address them and how to deal with them.
Exactly. We went up to Albuquerque. All of the admin went up to Albuquerque, went through a week-long class and a train the trainer class, and where they had scenarios and things. And then we brought that entity down here and put additional deputies, FTOs, the sergeants all through it, because for them to be able to recognize, is this a manic state or is this somebody just being defiant? Is this a, you know, and
do we need an ambulance here? Or do we need a jail cell? What's going on?
Exactly.
Yeah,
You know, one of the things, I'm the chairman of the DWI committee, and we have groups that are in there for treatments, for mental health, for alcohol abuse, for all these different things. The problem isn't having the facilities to treat them. It's to get them to the facility.
Yeah.
So they get them in there because we'll take them into Sunrise and we'll get them there. They give them the pills.
Well, can they do? There's nothing mandating them to be there. They're voluntarily can leave at any time.
Well,
right?
unless we do a committal. Then that's called an involuntary.
So then they'll do a 72-hour hold on them. But what they do is they get them on their medicine, they stabilize them, and they say, okay, you need to take this pill every morning.
And they cut them loose.
When they cut them loose, well, that person's mind isn't there, and or whatever may be.
Sure. And they can't manage that task.
They can't manage that task.
Or they feel better, just like whenever you get
stop
injury,
doing it.
Yep,
they
stop
feel
doing
better,
it.
and they just stop taking it.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't need it anymore. I feel better.
Sure.
And then they're back to square one.
Well, I don't know how many stories we're almost out of time, but there's like a Netflix story of a young girl that was murdered in a hotel in California, and she was a college kid, very bright and everything. And at the end of the day, it was a mental health thing. She's bipolar. She was off her meds, and she actually went up to the roof and killed herself. But she was missing for a long time.
You ever seen Shutter Island?
Yes.
Shutter Island is an amazing movie.
I believe that a lot of that is you put somebody on this medication, and there's no one to monitor them. I can tell you this experience myself, because when I was going through my blood pressure medicines trying to figure out which one worked, it will cause
you're a guinea pig.
It will cause you some serious anxiety.
Did you have
other things and
heat resistance issues? That's when I have with blood pressure. I sweat like a never mind. I sweat badly.
Well, and you wake up in the middle of the night sweating and everything else, and so that
causes some problems.
So they'll just not want to take that medicine anymore, and so that feeling of. And I'm telling you, they were like, well, the medicine's just trying to work. No, it tried to stop my heart. But in the end, it scares you to death. And so you're like, you know what, I'm better off doing this.
Sure.
And that's the same thing with these people who have these issues.
Well, and this is it. If you're dealing with this, like they are diagnosed with bipolar, you can't just say, here's a pill and take it and you're good to go.
You cannot.
That's constantly evolving change. You need constant professional health care.
That's right.
It's no different than diabetes or anything, or high blood pressure or anything else. It evolves and changes as you get older, and so you just can't take the same magic pill for the rest of your life and be good to go.
Well, you know what I believe, and this is something that I'm an advocate for, is there has to be a mental health institution again. It doesn't, I know what they said about the abuse and everything that happened, but one thing is we have retirement homes where they have guidelines and they have to be dealt with, and people still
they make sure they get their meds on time.
Yeah, but even there, people they still claim abuse.
Sure.
Well, one thing is we gotta do the same thing with these individuals, because I'm telling you, sitting down here on the curb outside of Wendy's, where cars are turning off of the road, someone's going to run them over because they don't see them there.
It's a dangerous spot.
And I've watched more people
or they
run
just step
over
right
a
out
curb.
in traffic.
They'll run over a curb trying to make that turn right there, and they're going to run that individual over. And he sits there like he's got a little jacket over him, and he looks like a fire hydrant. And but if being out there, they have nobody that will come to them and say, hey, make sure you take this pill today. Make sure you do this. And also, you don't want to be that person to go say, take this pill, because they'll fight you.
Yeah.
So either way, you got to have a place you can take them for treatment. If not,
long term,
they need to be long term.
Yeah.
And
I'm not trying to get political or anything, and I know we're getting ready to legislate session. Maybe next time, 2 weeks here when you come in, we'll talk more about that side of things.
I'll be there for some of that.
But like I know like the governor's the thing where maybe getting everybody another $750 or $1,500 or whatever it is, and I'm like, sure, I like money, but
let's put it into mental health.
Instead, do that. Exactly.
You're pretty good if you're getting it.
Yeah.
I'm paying that, I think. That's the way that works.
Enjoy my $1,500.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is like I'd much rather you keep it and
put it towards
something
else.
like that where You know, because I don't know the numbers, but I imagine every New Mexican gets $750. That's a lot of money.
The money will come and go, but the facility and the treatment is a long-term lasting effect. You're going to turn out the product.
Is the trucks to Walmart carrying big screen TVs increases when that check starts coming out.
Yeah, and I'd rather see it open up a mental health facility or something.
That's my whole thing. And
instead of buying votes with it, let's save lives.
We have some great counselors here in Roswell.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you, they care. There's just the people that need the help don't go.
Yeah.
And there's some older folks that are now living on their own that need help as well.
Mm-hmm.
And the system is so crazy to me. If you go out there and it looks like they're surviving, they leave them alone. Although all around the house in Walmart bags is their poop.
Right.
You know? Well, they say, well, at least they pooped in the bag. Well, that's not a good thing.
Yeah.
You know?
This is acceptable to you?
Yeah. So, but this is what we're dealing with in this world we're living in. It's an ostrich with his head in the sand rather than dealing with it, because here in the next 5 years, 10 years, it's going to be so bad. The streets.
It'll be rampant.
The number of homeless is out.
You see those videos online of San Francisco and Portland, these other cities.
Yeah.
I'll be here.
Yeah. Yeah. So
we're out of time. It's
thank
9
you so
o'clock.
much. Well, I appreciate you. And like
anytime, guys, and we'll see you here in a couple weeks, if not sooner.
That's right.
Stay safe. Tell all your
and
deputies.
We are hiring.
Go get to the Chaves
County website. You can apply online.
Yeah, or just walk into the admin building there and get an application. They'll start talking to you.
Follow the Chaves County Sheriff's Office Facebook page.
Yep. Stay up to date on that. Like and follow it. That way you can keep up to date on that. And occasionally see a fun picture of the sheriff. You know, putting hot food in his mouth or holding a baby or something.
He's trying. He thought he got me again, and I ate it like nothing.
You know, and real quickly, I brought in these chips, and they were.
They're the Carolina
Reaper.
Oh, the Reaper ones, yeah.
But I eat those like candy.
And he grabbed a handful and ate them, and then the administrator, she grabbed a handful, Janet, she ate them, and I said, well, I must have got duds, so I grabbed one and ate it. I'm not that guy.
He took a bite of the end of it. That was all he did.
I'm not that guy. Yeah. I said, ugh.
They were playing a joke on you, because as soon as you left, those two went in the other room like, give me water, give me sugar.
So I'm online looking for the hottest stuff I can find to get.
When I go to Hobbs, I'll go to Taco Villa, and I'll get those habaneros, and I'll put them in the burrito, and I'll eat the habaneros in the burrito, just the whole habaneros. And
do you have any innards at all, or is it just?
I don't think so. I think it's all.
I think it's just.
It makes me sick.
Burn it all out.
Yeah. So I eat those, so he's been trying to get me on some of this.
So if anybody out there knows of anything real hot, let me know.
All right, upload to the Facebook page and we can get that there.
But thank you so much.
Thank you guys.
We appreciate you.
Stay safe. We'll see you in a couple weeks.
Enjoy your weekend.
You
Stay
too.
safe.
So you too. Enjoy the long weekend, and hopefully it's nice and quiet.
Knock on wood.
It's 9:02. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, Roswell, New Mexico. We're going to join you in progress with Town Hall News.
To protect and steward what God has given you. For example, record high inflation is going to continue to eat away at the dollar, and the savings of your retirement account is in danger. Fortunately, God does provide a way. To protect your retirement, I recommend diversifying your 401k or IRA out of paper and into physical gold. And the best way to do that is with a gold IRA from Birch Gold Group. Now, to see how it works, just text the word FAITH to 989898. That'll give you access to a free info kit on gold IRAs. There are no strings attached, so text FAITH, F-A-I-T-H, to 989898 right now, and I pray your family is blessed with peace of mind because you took action.
Japanese prosecutors charge a suspect in the assassination of former Prime Minister Abe with murder.
Tetsuya Yamagami was arrested immediately after Abe was shot while giving a campaign speech in July. Prosecutors say a mental evaluation found he was fit to stand trial. Police say Yamagami told them he killed Abe because of his apparent links to a religious group he hated. Some Japanese have expressed sympathy for Yamagami, especially children of followers of the Unification Church. which is known for pressuring adherents into making big donations and is considered a cult in Japan. The probe also revealed years of cosy ties between Abe's political party and the church. I'm Charles de Ledesma.
UK Prime Minister Sunak pledging to work with Scotland's leader despite her wish for a new independence referendum. News and analysis at townhall.com. The dark cloud that has brought so much heartache, so much destruction to the West Coast does have a silver lining.
The massive amount of rain in California has dramatically improved the status of the state's drought. The UC Berkeley Snow Lab says California's Sierra snowpack is at 104% of average. In other words, the state has seen more snow this month than what is seen in an entire season. As of January 3rd, 71% of the state was in severe drought status, but that's dropped to 46% in just 1 week. Tasha Stevens reporting.
Even as 7,000 nurses returned to work at 2 of New York City's busiest hospitals following a 3-day strike, colleagues around the country say it's only a matter of time before frontline workers at other hospitals begin walking off the jobs and onto the picket lines. Severe staff shortages said to be among the top issues of concern. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The devil listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican world radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 3.
Trace into your nose.
Mornings with Mike Winters. Sheriff and Undersheriff are still hanging out with us, and we got to go back on the radio because Sheriff just made Sean look like a child.
He really does. I feel like such a biatch right now.
Let me tell you, and I want to say this. I told you so.
I mean, yeah. See? So okay, let me back up.
Yeah, peel back the curtain a little bit.
Several months ago,
hottest.
we got a hold of this world's hottest chocolate bar.
See, his eyes are watering. I think it's hitting him a little bit.
It's 9 million.
Normal.
Hold on.
Allergies.
Yeah. But hold on. That's 9 million Scoville units. Okay?
Yeah.
The squares are about like 1/2 centimeter by 1/2 centimeter. I did
quarter
one
inch by quarter inch. Yeah.
Quarter inch. Yeah. I did one square, and it nearly took me out.
Yeah,
I
was out for
in the
count.
other room. I was like tears streaming down my face. I was
think
dying.
there's convulsions involved, to be honest.
So I come in here, cut to today. I come in here and I hear him talking about Carolina Reapers and stuff. I just wordlessly walk into the other room. I grab the rest of the remains of this world's hottest chocolate bar.
By the way, we've had that for like 2 years.
For a long time.
I'm telling you,
like a fine wine. But I wordlessly set it down in front of the sheriff, and he looked at it, and he opened it, and he just randomly grabbed 2 squares off of it, and popped them in his mouth.
Yeah, 1 square is like which is about the size of an M&M.
Exactly.
Not a peanut,
and
just a regular
then proceeded
M&M.
to continue to eat squares.
I think it's a dozen. I don't know what's left.
It's 9 squares total on the thing.
Oh, so
and I ate 1, and so he's eaten now 1, 2, 3 squares.
Yep. So it is good.
So I'll tell you what we're going to try.
And he's just acting like nothing. Like he's not sweating. He's just
not shook.
Like he was talking to us an hour ago. He's the same thing.
Same guy. Just and it actually tastes like chocolate.
No good.
Unlike the chip that don't taste like a chip.
What?
Unlike a gummy bear that don't taste like a gummy bear.
Now I notice your eyes are getting a little red and watery.
Yeah, that's the only thing I've noticed. His eyes are a little bit watery.
I got to ask you this: as a sheriff, and obviously, and under sheriff, I'm sure you've had this too.
Spray.
You guys have had the pepper spray.
I'm a pepper spray instructor.
I've
had it a lot.
So
he puts it on his tacos.
I'd rather get sprayed than get tased again. I don't like the taser.
So I eat a lot of hot food though. Like I said, it's just
I don't.
That is impressive.
And the normal person
really
doesn't.
Well, I like normal people hot food.
Yeah,
like
I want to be able to
I'll
taste
go to Cerritos or Antiguas and
I love that.
give me the enchiladas.
And continue
I'm good.
to taste your food after you have the hot.
Yeah.
So the other day we were in he was in a CSB meeting, and they had some hot sauce that they made.
And I didn't think it was that hot at first, so I put it all over my taco.
So I took
that taco went to waste. I'm sorry.
So
I couldn't
nobody ate
finish
it.
it.
So I took that stuff.
I was saying, Sheriff, he's your official.
Yeah, he put it in a coffee cup so he could take it home.
Oh man, it was
delightful.
Really good.
So
I loved it.
So I think we're down to just drinking gas and lighting a match.
So the hottest thing that I eat here in town, the craziest thing to say, is the jalapeno from Golden Corral.
Really? That's the hottest thing.
To me, that's the one thing that it doesn't like stop me from doing it. I'll
Sure.
keep eating
Is
them.
it
But that's
the
the one
whole
that
jalapeno, the pickled one?
No,
it's
Okay,
the ones
so-
that are.
but they're the
on the
only
salad
one
bar?
that has the hot.
I don't know, 'cause I don't
jalapenos. I
eat
don't know
them.
what
Okay.
the deal is.
I know he.
Have to see who their farmer is and get them from that guy.
Yeah. I love them. So I'll eat the heck out of those.
They're probably back there with pepper
And,
spray, just spraying.
So
Probably
they're
dipping it in.
But what normally will happen with me is just like a redness.
Yeah.
And maybe my eyes might water a little bit, but nothing. It doesn't do nothing.
So let me ask, like, how are you, like, with regular food? Like, do you taste things, or is that all burnt?
No, I can taste it.
Do you get
Okay.
like
I can taste
acid reflux or anything like that?
Nothing.
See, I had a sausage biscuit this morning, and I'm kicking up acid. I'm
getting
He's over
acid
here eating
reflux
18 million
watching
Scoville units.
I ate a peanut and I got heartburn.
I'm over here like, oh my god.
Yeah. So
I can't do that.
And on this, like I said, that is what I like is it actually tastes like chocolate.
Good.
And so that
No,
tastes
you know
pretty
what?
good.
And you're not wrong, because when I ate it, at first
Yeah.
it just tastes like chocolate, and then it sets in.
Yep.
Which is ironic because generally chocolate sugar is supposed to calm cool sweet or cool heat, you know?
I think
You lost me there. Calm, cool, sweet.
Yeah, and like when you eat chocolate's
You
supposed
eat
to help.
something sweet, yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
it's supposed to kind of chill the heat a little bit. Yeah.
because it gets your blood going.
Yeah.
Right.
But that's kind of doing
because I'm not eating it.
So yeah, so that's I like it.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, you feel free to keep that.
I will keep this.
You can use it as a,
I will.
out in the field.
Keep it there with your top hats and pop one in his ear.
He's going to add it to the list of everything he has there that he's eating.
Hey, can you do this as a traffic call? Like you pull somebody over?
I'm thinking
I'm either going to give you a ticket or eat this square.
There you go.
What do you want?
Probably shouldn't. We
Now
probably
you'll be
shouldn't do
calling
that.
an ambulance and be like that. Oh my God, what's this going on? So good. Well, I
Awesome.
appreciate that. So thank you for that.
So if you see the sheriff out and about around town eating, and he's in a restaurant, order the hottest thing on the menu, just send it his way.
You know of anything real hot?
I was
going
gonna say
send it
once,
to us.
I'm not sure if
Let me know.
she's opened back up, but once she opens back up, have you gone down and told Nook to challenge
Nook
you?
at Asian Market.
Nook at
Oh,
Asian
yeah.
Market. Because if you say, give me the spicy,
She might give you a
I'll
run.
try it. I'll try it.
Nook will light you up.
We might have to have another
video.
video.
Yeah, that'd be
All
good.
right, I'm going to get Thomas on this. We can make this happen. Good. Nook, we're going to get Nook, and we'll get it on the show here. We'll get Nook to try to bring the hottest thing possible and shock the sheriff.
That'd be good. Let's do it.
We all in? You in?
I'm in.
All right.
See if we can shock the shot.
Let's do it.
Get T-Beard on this. We're going to make this happen.
Yeah,
do it.
this has
That'd be
got.
good.
Is
crossover
T-Beard in
potential.
there?
He is.
He's in there.
Is
visiting
T-Beard
with
in there?
somebody.
Well, that's not important. Get him out of here.
He is not.
That's good.
Thomas, you're needed.
We'll call it Singe the Sheriff.
Yes.
Singe the shot. I love it. I
Yeah.
love it.
There we go.
Glass noodles, that's what you want.
Glass noodles.
Is that hot?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to make this
The
happen.
term glass noodles just
and we'll
sounds
pick a
bad.
day that works
Yeah,
for
it
you
doesn't
guys,
sound-
and we'll.
No, sounds like it's going to.
So that'd be good.
All right.
Let's do it.
She can cook too. You ever had Nook's
yeah.
food? Oh,
yeah.
man.
Good stuff.
Best chicken fried rice I've had ever. And I'm like chicken fried rice, whoop-de-doo, you know.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
But I eat it like there. I crave it. It's like
Is it hot?
No, it's not. I mean, she can make it hot,
Yeah.
but it atypically doesn't come hot.
Pass.
Yeah. No, she can make you tame for
Just regular?
you and I.
Okay.
But people like the sheriff.
Yep.
She
You can light it up.
She's had people that have said I can eat anything, and she's got them crying. So
that's going to be good.
So I think she might be your
the number one
Achilles heel, maybe.
What's the secret sauce? Gasoline.
Oh man,
yeah,
I don't want that.
Just straight fire.
So go in there and do the public service.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we're gonna get
thank you for this.
go in there. Sean will take it. Enjoy that chocolate.
Oh, I will.
The wheels are already in motion.
Oh, good.
All right.
Yes.
Perfect.
Good. Plant the seed.
Yes.
Awesome. Perfect. Well, thank you guys. Stay safe out there.
Thank you.
So thank you, and
God,
I appreciate you very much.
Don't forget to pick up some Pepto on the way out of here. You might need.
Thank you so much.
I gotta record you.
Otherwise, he's gonna be doing that song, nausea, heartburn, indigestion.
Okay. Have you now? This is sort of off topic, but there's a video floating around where it's like trying to teach Asian people English, and they're doing it through song. And the song, the phrase they use in the video is, "I have a bad case of diarrhea."
Oh yeah.
And they're like, "I have a bad case of diarrhea." I have a bad case of diarrhea. It was a big internet.
But of all the things you first learned in English, why didn't you learn that one? Is that a remark on our food that's going to make you sick?
Thank you very much.
Thank you guys. Appreciate you. Well, that was cool. Thank you to the sheriff and Charles there for having some fun with us. And we had to go. He just ate that chocolate like it was nothing. And Sean, I watched Sean eat it, and I thought he was. I got you for a hot minute thinking, is he going to be all right? Sheriff literally just acted like that was nothing. That's impressive. So, all right, it is 15 minutes after 9 o'clock. We're going to play our interview with Joan Bouillet. She was now president of the Chaves County Federated Republic of Women. They had a new president, new elections or whatever. I think it's an election how they do it, but in December. So the new president joined us, talked a little bit about the Federated Republican Women and all that they do. So we're going to play that interview with Joan here in just a few. Don't forget, we got to thank the fine folks at McDonald's. Each and every Friday, the fine folks at McDonald's provide us with delicious breakfast treats. I got my Coke Zero, which still got ice, proper ice thing, and I'm down to about a third of the way there on that. I haven't had a chance to nose through the sandwiches this morning. I kind of have this cold and everything, and hasn't really not much of an appetite. But after seeing the sheriff eat the chocolate, I think I'm good for a little bit too. So, but big thank you to McDonald's. Swing by any of the McDonald's. Don't forget to download the app. Utilize that for your smartphone, through your smartphone or tablet or whatever, and start earning rewards the first time you use it. And it's very convenient. I love it. I love when you go through the drive-thru McDonald's, especially around lunchtime, and it's kind of busy, and everyone's ordering their thing, and then you get up there, and it's like, "Hi, would you like to use your mobile order today?" It's like, "I do." Give them the 4-digit code. Swing on through. I'm out the door. Quick. People still wait. Love it. Download the app. It's a game changer. It is 16 minutes after 9. Let's go ahead and get you up to date on the weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We don't have any rain coming up for a while, with a big area of high pressure parked over the Four Corners and northeastern Arizona and also central New Mexico, so things look good for the weekend. Low 60s and sunshine today, down to about 30 and a few clouds for the overnight hours. A mix of sun and clouds and low 70s for the afternoon high on Saturday. More clouds on Sunday, but still mild, mid-60s. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 35 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 57%. Winds out of the north at 8 miles per hour. Sunny today, 64 the expected high. Winds out of the west, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Pretty nice day for us. Tonight, partly cloudy with an overnight low of 31. South winds at around 5 miles per hour. Looking for another nice day. We'll get one tomorrow. Mostly sunny, 71 for a high. Winds will be out of the west, 5 to 10 in the morning. Get a little breezy for the afternoon. South winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Saturday night, mostly cloudy with an overnight low of 41. Southwest winds at around 10 miles per hour. And the winds hang out, linger, whatever you want to call it, on Sunday. Partly cloudy, 67 for a high. Winds will remain breezy out of the southwest, 15 to 20. Later in the day, increasing 20 to 25, gusting as high as 35 miles per hour. Sunday night, mostly cloudy with an overnight low of 40. Winds will remain breezy. And for your Martin Luther King Jr. Day Monday, partly cloudy, high of 64. Hey, don't forget, with Monday being the Martin Luther King Jr. holiday, of course, schools will be closed and all of that stuff. But invite you to head on out to Eastern New Mexico University Roswell on Monday. They're going to have their MLK Day celebration. It's going to be taking place at 10 a.m. and the ITC Commons there on the ENMUR campus. It's an hour ceremony, 10 to 11. Everybody and anybody is welcome. Come on out. Love to have you. You don't have to be a student or, if you got a heartbeat and you're a human and you want to come out, love to come out and be participate in the MLK celebration. Again, it's Monday the 16th on the ENMUR campus in the ITC Commons from 10 a.m. to 11. If you want more information, have questions, go to the ENMUR's website, roswell.enmu.edu, and they'll be able to find all the information you need there. All right, it is 19 minutes after 9 o'clock. We're going to go ahead and take about a 2.5-minute commercial break, and then on the other side, we will play our interview with Joan Bouet, the president of the Chavez County Federated Republican Women. That's coming up next. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Listen, you want a pizza? You can get one of those anywhere. But if you want authentic, traditional, brick oven-style pizza, forget about it. There's only one place in town, our Pizza Center in Roswell. I'm talking about authentic pies using authentic ingredients. Plus, pasta, salads, wings, subs, burgers, and a whole menu chock full of your favorites. You can dine in or have it delivered up to 5 miles. Open Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. at 505 North Main in Roswell. Or check out RoswellPizzaCenter.com. And hey, mention you heard it on the radio and buy one pizza, get one free. Our Pizza Center, a taste of the old world, right here.
It takes a long time to develop trust. At LaGrone Funeral Chapel, they've been earning your trust for decades. They understand how important it is to friends and family to celebrate a life in the way you choose. The professionals at LaGrone will ease your stress and anxieties. They'll provide the guidance you need to select a service that's appropriate. And that's what they've been doing for generations, earning your trust and doing the right thing. LaGrone Funeral Chapel and Crematory, 900 South Main in Roswell. Online at LaGroneFuneralChapels.com.
As you begin this new year, you may have plans to get in better shape. That's a very good thing to do. I believe God wants us to take care of the body that He's given us to best serve Him. However, I think it's even more important to get our spiritual lives in good shape. That can be more challenging than physical exercise. Just like you need a plan to exercise, you need a plan to grow your spiritual life. Use a calendar or a journal, get a daily Bible reading plan, set an alarm on your phone, and take some time to read scripture and pray. Find a friend that'll partner with you so that you can keep each other accountable for not only daily Bible study, but for prayer as well. Just like you must discipline your physical body by building good habits, you must do the same thing with your spiritual body. At first, it may seem like you have to make yourself do these things, but believe me, once you get into that routine, you won't want to miss it, and you'll feel a true loss when you do. Give it a try. I promise it'll make a positive difference in your life.
Join us at the Country Club Road Church of Christ for worship at 10 a.m. on Sunday, located on the corner of Country Club and Washington in Roswell.
With the hustle, bustle, and bright lights of the holidays in the rearview mirror, it's time to ease into the new year with a new car or truck from your friends at Roswell Ford. Because nobody makes car buying easier. With more than 500 pre-owned vehicles in stock and brand new units arriving all the time, finding the perfect vehicle is easy. A 3-day money-back guarantee on all pre-owned vehicles makes the decision easy. No payments for 90 days easily gives you time to put those holiday expenses behind you. And with a goal of 100% credit approval, Roswell Ford even makes financing easy, regardless of your credit situation. And we happily accept I-10s. Like I said, easy. So make some time and come see what we have for you at the Tailgate Nation. Whatever you're looking for, you can count on Roswell Ford to keep it simple and make it easy. We're waiting for you now at the corner of 9th and Main, so we're even easy to find.
Pressure Services LLC in Artesia has immediate openings for experienced vacuum truck, kill truck, and hydrovac operators. Operators must hold a Class A CDL or Class D CDL, at least 2 years of experience, and be at least 25 years of age. All positions require a clean driving record and must be able to pass a DOT drug and alcohol screen. Pressure Services offers great pay with IRA benefits and employer contributions toward health benefits. Please apply in person at 402 West Main in Artesia, inside the affiliated safety facility. Equal opportunity employer.
If your car breaks down, no need to cry, because there's always a pal nearby at Big O. At Big O Tires. Locally owned will get you in gear. That's because you've known us for years at Big O. Big O Tires. Don't need to sweat any extra labor. You can always trust a good neighbor at Big O. At Big O Tires. The best service is part of our code. Need a cup of sugar? We're down the road at Big O. At Big O Tires.
Hurry into your local Big O Tires now through January 29th and buy 3 tires, get 1 free on 4 select in-stock Nexen or Aspen tires with installation purchase. That's right. Buy 3, get 1 free. Big O Tires, the team you trust. Installation required, not valid with other offers. Eligibility may vary. Disposal fees and shop fees extra where permitted.
Happy holidays and a happy new year from the Plateau family to yours. Give your whole home the gift of ultimate connectivity in 2023. For a limited time, receive a free Visa gift card when you sign up for a True Fiber internet plan from Plateau. Up to $250 for new True Gig customers. With Plateau's True Fiber internet, get unbelievable speed for streaming, gaming, working from home, and so much more. And for a limited time, new customers get a free Visa gift card. Learn more and sign up now at plateautel.com. Offers valid only for new customers within Roswell Fiber connected zones until January 16th, 2023. 2022 was a roller coaster year for your Roswell Coyotes and Goddard Rockets. And KSVPTV.com is your home for every second of the action throughout the 2022 season. Relive all the game-changing plays and the players that made it a season for the books. Simply click on the Roswell Coyotes or Goddard Rockets tab at KSVPTV.com and get ready to dive into a season of memories made and victories won. KSVPTV.com, your official home for all things Coyotes and Rockets and Southeastern New Mexico's sports authority.
The tool used to measure your feet at the shoe store is called a Brannock device. The person that measures your feet at home for no reason is called a creep with a foot fetish. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 18 minutes after 7 o'clock. And as I mentioned on the other side of the break, joining us in studio this morning, newly named president of the Chaves County Federated Republican Women, Joan Bouye back with us, but joining us in her new role this morning for the first time. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I am good, and Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year.
Thank
here.
You.
And, well, looks like congratulations. Is that in order? Congratulations and condolences. I'm not sure which.
Well, let's do congratulations.
There you go. Being named the new president of the Chaves County Federated Republican Women. If you're not familiar, of course, each month we have folks come on from the Federated Republican Women to join us, but the organization is part of it's in the title. They're there to support and to help and educate and to support Republican candidates, not only in Chaves County but New Mexico and the country here. And then when it's not in the election cycles, a lot of your stuff kind of focuses on to scholarships and community service type things.
Basically, we try to keep with the political.
Sure.
And what we're doing this month is it's called Crime Around Us. Is the topic, and we will have our sheriff. We will have a representative from the police department and somebody from the state police.
So all basically 3 levels of kind of what generally is policing the streets around.
Exactly.
Yeah. Good deal. So, and of course, if you have not been, it's always so we're on this Wednesday, so it'll be a week from today, next Wednesday, the 3rd Wednesday of the month. It's at the Convention and Civic Center. Come.
11:30.
Yeah, come RSVP to get lunch, and because they usually put out a pretty good spread of food each month.
We do, but everybody is welcome to come. We'll always have a seat for you.
Sure. Yeah, you don't have to eat and everything, but I figure might as well go ahead and, because you're going to smell it and you're going to see people eating, and you're like, I kind of wish I got the food.
We'll have a plate for them.
Just go ahead and get the food. But obviously, the months prior here, we've been talking about election cycles. So November on, a lot of the meetings have been focusing on having candidates there at the meetings for you to meet and talk to and things. Now that obviously we're past that, I imagine, too, now that we're getting into the legislative session here, I imagine you'll probably be in contact with some of our legislators, at least by phone, kind of getting updates and promoting legislation over this next 60 days, too.
You're absolutely right. As a matter of fact, Mike, Candy Spence-Zell has offered to be my Capitol Alert on my board. and she will be giving us information on a weekly basis about what's going on and what we can do to assist. And if I might add, I would like to thank our legislators for their time, their energy, their efforts. I think they're in for a tough time, and I want them to know that they're in our thoughts and prayers.
Absolutely. I've always joked, but I'm not joking, with Candy and Greg and all of our southern legislators that represent us there in Santa Fe, and I always joke because they especially some of these folks have been doing it for a while. And I joke that, are you guys masochists or something? Because let's face it, they go into an uphill battle in this state every single time they go to Santa Fe. They're always in the minority. They're always having to kick, fight, and scratch to be heard on things, not let alone get a vote, just to be heard. And so they continue to fight for us each and every year, even though they get a lot of doors closed in their face. They get a lot of turnaways, but they keep fighting. They keep trying to represent us here in southeast New Mexico. So you're absolutely right. Those people, I don't know if they're a little crazy, but we thank them very much for what they do for us here in southeast New Mexico.
Absolutely. They're in for a rough road.
Yeah, they are.
They are in, but we're thinking about them, and we shall visit them in February.
Well, and this is something, and this is something we'll talk more with them, but I don't know, I imagine you guys are kind of picking their brain on this. You're hearing the news, you're watching as they're gearing up for this legislative session, and the state's got a lot of money to spend this time. And that's great in some aspects, but you're like, what are they going to do with it? And I'm very sure, you hear like they want to give everybody money, and that's all well and good. Everyone likes to get a check in the mail, but I'm like, well, let's see, what other options can we do with this money here? Maybe there's something better than just here's a check for $500, but I don't know. But what I mean is the Republicans are going to be there trying to say, all right, let's take this, we got a lot of money, let's invest it, let's do it in programs and things that's going to pay dividends in the future versus, all right, how can we, what projects can we create because we got a bunch of money to spend? And that's kind of the difference of the ideology there.
I think you're absolutely right. The Republicans certainly will have their ideas. I do believe the Democrats already have an agenda on how this money will be spent. And I'm hoping that we can at least get our foot in the door with some of the things that we feel are important.
Absolutely. And now, of course, to kind of bring it back into our next meeting, which, again, will be next Wednesday, 11:30 at the Convention and Civic Center. You can RSVP. If you go to the Chaves County Federated Republican Women's Facebook page,
yes,
that's probably the easiest way.
Yes, it is.
You like and follow that. That way you can stay up to date on what's going on through the Federated Republican Women. But just send a message or shoot a thing through there saying, hey, I'd like to RSVP, me plus one, or just yourself or you, whatever.
Absolutely.
And then you can if you choose to get the lunch, you can pay at the door or whatever.
Absolutely.
But again, you're not obligated to get lunch if you just want to come in and sit. But I would imagine, especially New Mexico and crime, that's going to be a hot button topic for Santa Fe for the next 2 months. So I imagine not just talking locally about what our sheriffs and police representatives are doing in this area, but what they're doing in Santa Fe to help. Because I especially the sheriff and that's kind of part of the job of sheriff, as they are the highest authority, elected by the people in law enforcement in the state, really.
Exactly.
And so the part of their job is not just busting criminals; it's doing legislation for the next generation of law enforcement and the community.
They will be very busy, and it is a hot topic.
Sure.
And we do have a ton of crime, and this has to be addressed. And hopefully they will tell us as citizens what we might be able to do to help them keep crime down.
Absolutely. And the thing I love about the meetings each month is you get a chance, of course, there's the formal time where each speaker speaks and addresses, but before and after, you're more than welcome to come and sit and talk with them. Matter of fact, a lot of them prefer that you have a little one-on-one time with each of the constituents or people that are there. And I know the sheriff personally, and he's always receptive and wanting to listen and hear other people's ideas. And I'm sure whoever the state police and the citizen, they're going to be equal to that. So
absolutely. And a lot of times they stay after the meeting to talk with our people. We may have, if we have time, we will do some questions and answers.
Okay.
And so we are really looking forward to having them.
Yeah, and this is a great. It's going to be a good hot button topic, but it is also one that everybody in the community cares about. I don't care if you've been here 100 years, your whole life, or you're just moving to town. You want a nice, safe neighborhood, and we all want that. And we may not all understand or agree on how to get that, but I think at the end of the day, we all want a safe streets for our families to live and raise their kids and everything else. So.
Well, I am amazed at how many people have been affected by crime. Even I have been affected by crime. And so it's, I want to inform and educate our voters, our Republican voters, and our membership. And I want to thank our membership. So far, we are doing phenomenal with membership. And I want to thank our supporters. And I definitely want to support my incredible board that will be working with me this year.
Good deal. Well, all of you have your work cut out for you, too.
Mike, this is a full-time job.
Yeah, I would imagine. But that being said, if you're interested in becoming a Chaves County Federated Republican Women, by the way, fellas, you can be a part as well. You can be a part. It's kind of like an auxiliary.
An associate.
Associate. There you go. That's the official term. And so it's kind of like at home, where you get a honey-do list. Same thing. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, Mike. Okay.
I'm kidding.
I heard you.
I'm kidding. But no, it's really this is a great way for you to get an opportunity. If you're tired of seeing what's going on in the community, and then obviously when we get back into the election cycle, which is they're already talking presidential. I mean, just because we just finished midterms, the next cycle's right hot on the heels here. That way you can get involved and learn more about, and there's kind of an inside game of being associated, a member of the Federated Republican Women. You're kind of seeing the campaigns of all the Republicans running for all the offices, so you get a chance to see a little bit more about the candidate, and then obviously if you find certain candidates that you really align with, then you can be a part of their campaign to help get the word out to, who knows, end up being serving on a staff or something like that. But.
Well, I will mention we kept Chaves County red, and our ladies walked the streets, knocked on doors, hung information, literature. We worked the polls. We made phone calls. We did keep Chaves County red.
Yep. Rest of the state, not so much.
Not at all.
Yeah. But and I've said this 100 times on here when I look at New Mexico and yes, I'm a conservative minded person, but at this point I'd love to get the state back to the middle. You know what I mean? Back to at least where we got checks and balances, where we have two healthy sides debating healthily the issues and everyone getting equal footing and equal say. I would love to just get to that point, let alone, conservative all the way. I just want to get back to the middle at least here.
Well, when I was president years ago, we did do a fundraiser down here called Let's Take Back the House. And at that time, Mike, we did take back the house. Unfortunately, we did not keep the house.
Yeah, that's the hard part, isn't it? And so, well, that's the goal now is, now there's a platform where you have a lot of angry Americans, New Mexicans, that are not happy with the policies that are going on federally and statewide here. And so this is kind of that opportunity. If you want change, if you want to get involved, then you need to get involved and come to these meetings and share and listen and share your opinions. And sitting on the sidelines watching the news every night or getting on a Facebook page and, spouting off there, it may feel good to you, but it doesn't really solve anything.
Well, I might mention during the election year, we did have all of our candidates who were running statewide, countywide, citywide. We did have them speak at our meetings, and it gives our members the opportunity, like you say, to meet them, to talk with them, and to understand what their platform is.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So come out to the next meeting. It's 1 week from today, next Wednesday, 11:30 a.m. at the Roswell Convention and Civic Center. If you want to order lunch and everything, RSVP by going to the Chaves County Federated Republican Women Facebook page. Shoot a message on there, and one of the ladies will get in touch with you and get you all situated. By chance, do you happen, because I'm a food guy, did you know what is on the menu for next week?
I believe we're having beef tips. I believe we're having whipped potatoes,
nice,
soft rolls,
nice,
and a peach cobbler for dessert.
Well, anytime you got beef and yeast rolls that are the rise, go. Doesn't matter what they're saying. You got a delicious meal. Just you even if you don't agree, you can sit there. But no, come out and be a part of it. Come listen. Come get involved.
11:30
next Wednesday, and then kind of mark your calendars. The third Wednesday of each month, 11:30. Unless something special happens, we have to move it. But that's the monthly meeting. All Republicans are invited and encouraged to come and sit and be a part of this. And like I said, and all Republicans are invited to become and be a part of the Chaves County Federated Republican Women. So come, and that's another. If you want to learn more and get more active, come out to the event next Wednesday. You'll have no problem spotting the Chaves County Federated Republican Women. Just come up to any one of them, and they'll be happy to give you more
Tell them
information.
to ask for Joan.
Yep, Joan, and say, hey, I want to talk to the prez. Joan, is there anything we missed? Anything you want to do?
There isn't anything we missed. We do have an exciting year coming up. We are working on some fabulous speakers to come and talk with us, and we are inviting everyone to be an integral part of the Chaves County Federated Republican Women.
Change does not happen by you sitting on the sidelines. You want a better community, you got to get off your butt and be a part of it.
You have to work.
Absolutely.
You have to work it.
Absolutely. Well, thank you. Congratulations.
Well, thank you, Mike, for having me this morning.
And we'll see a lot more of you each month here as we get hot and heavy in the next campaign and everything else too. But come out next Wednesday. Got a great panel of speakers. Our sheriff and representatives from our other law enforcement agencies here in the community, all going to be a part of next meeting next week. So good deal. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Mike. Have a great day.
You do the same. Don't work too hard, and we'll see you. I know it's a full-time job, but make sure your husband takes you out for a little R&R.
Thank you, Mike.
Take care. All right, it is 7:32. Let's go.
Now your Pecos Valley News Update. I'm Jared Cirillo. Leading New Mexico lawmakers recommending Thursday a $1 billion increase in annual state spending to expand preschool access and increase mandatory classroom instruction time at K-12 public schools. The budget proposal would increase the general fund spending by about 12%, or just over $1 billion to $9.4 billion for the fiscal year that runs from July of this year to June of 2024. That tally hews closely to a budget plan from Democrat Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham at the beginning of her second term in office. Carlsbad Mayor Dale Janway confirming the death of community activist and volunteer Wanda Welch. Welch died Wednesday. Janway said that Welch led the city's beautification committee for many years, and along with Deanna Taylor, they were instrumental in the fundraising effort to create the popular Friendship Park, a playground for children with disabilities. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo.
Your morning espresso starts right here. It's the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
All of these questions need to be answered because it's not normal. And when you're in a position of power, you then have to ask, have they been bought and paid for? Is this influence peddling? Is this pay to play? It never made sense. Everybody was so outraged about the quid and the pro and the quo, but you had Joe on tape bragging about his quid pro quo. That you're not getting $1 billion taxpayer dollars unless you fire a Ukrainian prosecutor. Stop and pause and think. Why would any vice president ever demand such a thing, and you only have 6 hours to do it, and then brag about son of a bee they did it? And then the prosecutor turns out was investigating his son.
The Sean Hannity Show from coast to coast later today.
Tragically, last year had a record number of school shooting victims. Now, in active shooter incidents, schools go on lockdown, and locked doors impede law enforcement's access. Now, with Knox, both school officials and law enforcement have access to key cards, keys, floor plans, and getting them into those locked doors. Get Knox. Just go to schoolentry.com. That's their website, schoolentry, one word.com. Schoolentry.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We don't have any rain coming up for a while, with a big area of high pressure parked over the Four Corners and northeastern Arizona and also central New Mexico, so things look good for the weekend. Low 60s and sunshine today, down to about 30 and a few clouds for the overnight hours. A mix of sun and clouds, and low 70s for the afternoon high on Saturday. More clouds on Sunday, but still mild, mid-60s. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Rich Thomason. A bevy of earnings reports out today. First off, J.P. Morgan Chase. Its fourth quarter profits rose 6% from a year ago as higher interest rates helped the bank make up for a slowdown in deal making in its investment bank. Bank of America says its fourth quarter profits rose slightly from a year ago, while Wells Fargo's came in ahead of Wall Street's targets, but were about half of what it earned last year. The holidays were very good to Delta Airlines. Company says it earned $828 million in the fourth quarter, and that consumers are still snapping up seats on planes for the new year. United Health Group beat fourth quarter forecast by adding Medicare Advantage and Medicaid enrollment and delivering more care through its surging Optum Health business. And it was a lower open this morning from Wall Street. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Rich Thomason.
If you need a Kubota that works and plays hard, stop looking. You'll find everything you need at Amigo Machinery. When it comes to tough Kubota tractors, mowers, construction equipment, and utility vehicles, all with low-rate financing, Amigo Machinery is your one-stop shop. We are passionately committed to providing our customers with the highest quality products, most innovative solutions, and services delivered with integrity and professionalism. Stop by Amigo Machinery in Roswell or see us online at amigo-machinery.com.
As you begin this new year, you may have plans to get in better shape. That's a very good thing to do. I believe God wants us to take care of the body that He's given us to best serve Him. However, I think it's even more important to get our spiritual lives in good shape. That can be more challenging than physical exercise. Just like you need a plan to exercise, you need a plan to grow your spiritual life. Use a calendar or a journal, get a daily Bible reading plan, set an alarm on your phone, and take some time to read scripture and pray. Find a friend that'll partner with you so that you can keep each other accountable for not only daily Bible study, but for prayer as well. Just like you must discipline your physical body by building good habits, you must do the same thing with your spiritual body. At first, it may seem like you have to make yourself do these things, but believe me, once you get into that routine, you won't want to miss it, and you'll feel a true loss when you do. Give it a try. I promise it'll make a positive difference in your life.
Join us at the Country Club Road Church of Christ for worship at 10 a.m. on Sunday, located on the corner of Country Club and Washington in Roswell.
Pressure Services LLC in Artesia has immediate openings for experienced vacuum truck, kill truck, and hydrovac operators. Operators must hold a Class A CDL or Class D CDL, at least 2 years of experience, and be at least 25 years of age. All positions require a clean driving record and must be able to pass a DOT drug and alcohol screen. Pressure Services offers great pay with IRA benefits and employer contributions toward health benefits. Please apply in person at 402 West Main in Artesia, inside the Ed Safety Facility. Equal Opportunity Employer.
I'm Clyde Lewis. Some of the strangest and most important stories have been avoided by the mainstream media, but we cover them all on Ground Zero. Weeknights at 8 on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Hey, I'm really disappointed because I'm not in Roswell, because if I was in Roswell, I would be eating a Dion's Pizza. Why? It's the best damn pizza anywhere. Special thanks to Robert and his staff at Dion's Pizza, Salads, and Subs for their great hospitality and great food.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Bamboo plants can grow up to 36 inches in a day. So if you're told you're growing like a weed, you can say, no, I'm growing like a bamboo. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 47 minutes after 9 o'clock. Got a few minutes left
in the show for this week?
That was a fun evening last evening. Went to a local establishment and enjoyed an evening of karaoke.
Nice.
Yeah, they every Thursday night at the Southeast Maine watering hole. I won't drop names right now, but yeah, karaoke. Come on out. It's a good time.
So you go every Thursday?
I just started. I'm going to start going Thursdays. I don't have the kids.
Oh, so every other Thursday.
Every other Thursday, yeah.
So do you sing the same songs every time, or you get new jams?
A lot of shake-ups. Although here's the thing, I got to tell you this: if you're going to go in now, so what I do is I go in not to sing, to like be taken serious. I go in to entertain. I'm there to put on a show.
All right.
If you're gonna do that, you should preface if you've got a hot bar.
Mm-hmm.
You should preface that you're going to do a parody of the song that everybody's excited to hear you do. Because the song I did was Usher's "Yeah."
Okay.
I have a parody that I wrote like 20 years ago called "Snacks." Now, I didn't exactly say that I was doing a parody at first, but some people at the back of the bar got really excited that I was doing Usher, and they got real upset when I didn't do Usher, but I got them back. Once they figured out what I was doing and they actually started listening, I got them back. So it worked out in the end.
Nice.
Yeah. It carried me off on their shoulders. It was fun. No, it was nice, though. It was,
so did it help the bar sell more food when you did that?
I'd imagine. But yeah, no, it was good. The whole bar had a loose attitude. You know, everybody was getting up and nobody was getting up to be taken seriously. A couple people did it first. They were just like trying to go up and do their vibrato and stuff. And then enough of us got up and just was goofy, and it was just fun.
So, like, do you have a stable of songs? You're like, okay, when I karaoke, and these are ones I do every time I karaoke.
My first original go-to, because I used to like to show off that I could do it, was 1 Week by the Bare Naked Ladies.
Okay.
Because there's some really fast parts in that song. So my whole thing is I like fast talk music. So now my go-to is pretty much anything by Jason Mraz, which, let me preface that by saying, Jason Mraz is one of the whitest artists known to man. He's great with speed music. He's great with and across the bridge, across the stream of consciousness that always seems to be afloat. Like, wordy rappy music, but he's very white. So I get up in this bar, and it's a relatively ethnic crowd, and this is the first song I do. I realize as I'm walking up on stage, I'm like, I probably shouldn't be doing this song right now. So I prefaced it by saying, I'm about to do a song that's very white. If you'll give me the benefit of the doubt, I promise good stuff's coming after the fact, after this. So I did that, got that out of the way. The last song I did and we did some AJR too, but the last song I did, before I got up on stage, I said, I need to apologize to my mama, to baby Jesus, and to my pastor, because it was a song that's very filthy by Eminem. It was one of those, I just wanted to show off that I used to sit in my room and listen to Eminem over and over again, so I knew all the words to one of his old songs. And
see, I don't do karaoke.
It was fun, dude. Nobody was taking anybody seriously.
I just don't sing. I'm not a singer, per se.
One dude got up and started doing Boys in the Hood by NWA, and the rest of the bar just all joined in. It was like the whole bar was doing it, until there were certain parts that we couldn't do. It was so funny because half the bar would stop singing when there were certain words would come up. Which was fun.
And I've always thought if I ever did a karaoke song, that's a legit song. I joked one time I did Tequila, but
yeah,
that's really I'm thinking, I think the one song I could maybe pull off in an entertaining way is In Excess's I Need You Tonight.
Really?
I think that's the song I could do.
'Cause I'm not sleeping.
Slide over here and give me a moment. Your moves are so raw.
I got to let you know. I got to let you know.
You're one of my kind. Yeah, I think I could pull that song.
All right. I'd put you up for that. That's the thing is, everybody says, "Oh, I'm not going to do it." We got the guy who was like, "No, I'd never do it." We got him up doing a duet at Meatloaf last night, doing "Let Me Sleep on It." It was great. It was fantastic. We got somebody up doing songs from Greece.
Yeah,
it was.
My wife would like the Greece.
It was a good time. It was a good time had by all.
I just have a real problem being entertained by people that can't sing.
But it's not even that can't sing.
It's not that
I don't mind being a fool and making a fool of myself, but when those poor people that think they can sing can't sing and they're up there, it is so cringeworthy. And I'm like, why? There's not enough tequila in this room to make this bearable.
Okay, but here's the thing: when you're in a room full of people who are pretty warmed up to just have fun and they're not taking anybody seriously, and somebody gets up and they take the microphone, and this hits. The bar loses its collective mind because it doesn't matter who's up there singing. We're all singing now. We're all doing this next number. That's what happened last night. Somebody got up and that first note hit, and you'd have thought CM Punk walked into the bar. We were like, yeah! I was afraid I wasn't gonna have a voice this morning. Yeah, it was great.
So let me
midnight train.
Like, is there certain I would imagine depends on the age of the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm guessing it's skews a little older if that song was more.
Well, that was a staple, but that was a younger fellow that got up and did that.
Okay.
There was it was a more urban crowd. There was a few younger folks there.
Like I could just the campy songs that everyone group sings.
We did NWA to like Jimmy Buffett at one point. There was Journey in there.
I feel like every one of these, and maybe this is because I'm too old, but I feel like everyone would try to pull off the Top Gun move. You've lost that love and feeling like that. Right. I feel like that's a karaoke song that everybody's going to sing.
That one didn't pop up, but a lot of those
whole bar would start if you sang that song.
A lot of those that people knew. Oh, the whole bar was going to join in on this.
Yeah.
One.
Like I feel like if you start go up there, you better close your, and everyone's like, oh, next thing everyone's joining in on that one.
Yeah.
Because
that's one. There's another one, and this is a more recent one. If you really want to mess with the bar, just go up on stage, turn around facing away from the crowd. Okay, wait for the music to start, and then baby lock the door and turn the lights down low. That's one of those songs that when you can do it, like nail it on stage, everybody's like, yeah! Friggin', dudes in the back that are hardcore rap fiends would lose their minds. That's the whole fun of karaoke, is trying to unite these separate genres of music all into one collective good time.
Like, what happens when you have the bad ones up there? Do y'all just politely let them do it, or how does that work?
Well,
do you heckle them?
No. See, and we were in the position of being like, literally, here's the stage, and here was our table. We were right there. So if we just said words, they would have heard us.
Okay.
So I was very polite. There was a couple that you got up and didn't know the words to the songs. They knew the chorus, didn't know the words, and you wonder why. My mind says, the words are there if you don't know the song, but you need to have at least a good base knowledge of the song before you get up. And the ones that couldn't make it through, we just let them do their thing, and then we politely clap at the end. But if you did good, now, the bar would.
Now, how does it come into play when the DJ, karaoke DJ, does that come into play on how good a night a karaoke? I mean, obviously, if he has the inventory, but
what was really funny is
you got to be a gatekeeper at some point, right?
I ended up accidentally, every time I would come off stage for my songs, I would accidentally start emceeing the show.
He's like, that's my job.
The thing. And the MC, and I'll say it was Miss Marie. She came over, she's like, Sean. She's like, I was like, sorry.
Marie was doing that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but she did a fantastic job, as she always does.
Okay.
But force of habit, I would get off the stage and be like, all right, make sure to tip your bartenders, tip your waitresses, folks. Thanks for coming out. Hey, next to the stage is Anya. Give it up for Anya, or no, Arya. Yeah. So it was just force of habit,
Yeah.
I was maybe accidentally auditioning.
So does the karaoke DJ sing too to get everyone going? Is that kind of how it works?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, she's a singer.
She's a singer, exactly.
That's cheating.
No, and she extra cheated because she knew I was there last night, so she put me up first to kind of break the ice. Yeah.
And she knew, this guy don't mind embarrassing himself.
Yeah, exactly. This guy makes an ass of himself for a living. It's fine.
Well, and and I told this story. The one time I went to a karaoke bar that I was just there, not because I had to. There's two instances I've hung out in karaoke bars. Mm-hmm. One, I had to judge, which is probably why I have such a sour opinion of it.
Yeah, because you were there with people who were taking themselves seriously.
And I had to stay sober for it. I was just caterwauling and
sure.
I was like, yeah, you suck. people need to be rude to you.
Your experience with karaoke is like my experience with Star Wars. The reason I don't enjoy it is because you came in at the worst possible iteration of it.
Yeah, and I was like, will your family quit being polite to you? Because that was not pleasant to listen to.
You don't have real friends, do you?
Yeah, that's right. They're lying to you.
What was the other one, though?
And the other time was when I was drunk in the military. And it was actually just a bar sport. I want to say it was like pool tables and all that. But that particular afternoon we were hanging out in there, they had like a stage with karaoke going on. So it was a barbecue joint / bar.
Again, that's not fair. See, that's people who came in for a bar experience being forced to do forced into karaoke. If you want a true, unadulterated karaoke experience, you need to go on a karaoke night. That it's advertised. People who are there for the express purpose of doing this thing.
Yeah.
That's when you're going to have the most fun.
Well, and that's why I got mad, because the guy did "Welcome to the Jungle" and he sang it normal. He didn't try to do an Axl Rose version, and I'm like,
oh really?
Why?
Welcome to the jungle.
Yeah, he literally went up there like, "Welcome," and I almost got to the point. If I had one or two more beers in me, I probably would have walked up, took the mic from the guy, and start doing the wah, because I was just so mad he wasn't doing it. Why was I mad? I don't know. I was drunk, and I was with my Air Force boys and rowdy. That's what you do. So. I restrained myself, but that was one of the moments, because back then I wasn't good at,
I'm just saying, come do some Okie with some folks that make it fun, and we could change your mind a little bit.
And my wife sings a lot in cars and things, and I let her.
Sure,
but it drives me nuts. I'm like, I don't want a whole night of that. There's just a lot of god awful there.
You're looking at it up from all the wrong angles, man.
I know. It's a glass half empty experience for me. It just is. So, all right, we got to go. It's closing in on 10 o'clock. Have an amazing weekend. Thank you very much for allowing us to be a part of it. We'll be back Monday with a new show. We'll be here on Monday for a new show, and hopefully you will too. So, if not, take your day off, sleep in, enjoy that. So,
see you.
All right, take care. We will be back Monday. You are listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Talk radio has landed on the all-new 106.5 FM KEND Roswell.
Breaking news this hour from townhall.com. I'm John Scott. In Selma, Alabama, Mayor James Perkins says an assessment of damage from a big storm still underway now.
The governor has already committed to doing a declaration of emergency, and also we've gotten commitments from Washington to get the support that we need.
A massive storm system whipping up severe winds and spawning tornadoes cut a path across the U.S. South on Thursday, killing at least 7 people in Georgia and Alabama. Experts say a natural La Nina weather pattern, usually warm, moist air juiced by climate change, and long-term shift in where tornadoes hit are all factors in the devastating tornado in Alabama. Meteorologists say La Nina changes the jet stream, so storm patterns are more favorable. And in Southern California, another storm will be